enough wealth to retire here, but you know what? Many retirement portfolios are exposed to way too much risk. Alfie Townsend and Advantage Retirement Group can help. So give your portfolio the second set of eyes that it needs. Call Alfie at 561-1155. And don't forget, listen for his program, Saving the Investor, at Saturday mornings at 9 right here on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to ref.
COVID-19 in the hospital are getting better at home. A 63-year-old Minnesota man who tested positive was admitted, but then given a choice to either stay there for care or go home with the gadgets he needed to get better. It was all thanks to the Alina's Hospital Home Care Program. It was developed before the pandemic to test sicknesses like pneumonia.
They thought it was a great idea, but they really didn't implement it until COVID became the impetus for implementation. Those other patients get to recover in the comfort of their own home with their loved ones.
A paramedic sets the patient up at home. A nurse then stops by daily, and there are also virtual visits. Since May, they have treated nearly 500 patients like this. While the program is gaining traction in Minnesota, there are no plans to expand it here just yet.
Helping you keep in touch with your loved ones safely, Zoom will remove the 40-minute limit on virtual chats during the holiday season. The company previously lifted the time limit for Thanksgiving just because the less physical gatherings during the pandemic. Time limits will be off for Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, and throughout Kwanzaa this year.
Real food.
Moderna vaccine inches closer to FDA approval next at 6. How many doses the state of Florida prepares to receive?
A fire tears through a family's home 1 week before Christmas. A live look at the scene as investigators are trying to figure out how it started still ahead.
And remembering a hero, how the community is coming together to honor the man who was killed just trying to help others.
And ladies, have you been waiting to bring out those boots? You can do so this morning. Waking up to very cold temperatures. We'll break it all down hour by hour next.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month basis, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
Hey, you confused about real estate? Sean Hannity here, and I can tell you as an active real estate investor, well, just like the stock market, it can go up one day and down the next. Home values and sales, they fluctuate on a dime. Now, even though I've bought and sold homes for years all across this great country, one thing I will always do is partner with a sharp real estate agent that truly studies local and national market trends, that knows the real value of homes, and most importantly, knows how to generate demand regardless of the market. And the good news is you have a truly amazing agent right in your backyard. I'm talking about Denny Grimes with Keller Williams Naples. He has an amazing team working for him, and he doesn't miss a single detail. Now his system is so bulletproof, well, he can create demand and sell your home at a deadline that you agreed to, or he will buy it himself. Now, real estate doesn't have to be frustrating or scary. Call Denny Grimes today at 489-HOME. That's 489-HOME, or online it's 489home.com.
Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man. This is our mission, to put your sliding glass door back in top condition. Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man.
Call Slider Man toll free, 866-594-1969.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's News and Talk Station. 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Governor Ron DeSantis says more people in long-term care facilities will get vaccinated ahead of schedule. He tweeted Walgreens will start their mission to vaccinate staff in those inside nursing homes today in Jacksonville. He says that's 3 days ahead of schedule. Making sure our beaches are clear of dead fish as red tide conditions get worse. The Sanibel Public Works Department's picking up dead fish along the beaches. City officials say property owners and managers can remove dead fish on their respective properties. Meanwhile, on Barefoot Beach and Vanderbilt Beach, beachgoers say they started getting a little tickle in their throat and they were coughing. A Good Samaritan jumped into action to stop a robber in a busy store. Crime scene tape blocked off parts of a North Fort Myers Publix. It happened at the store along Hancock Bridge Parkway near the corner of Orange Grove Boulevard. Deputies took a man into custody after they said he tried to force his way into the pharmacy. He was armed with a knife, but that Good Samaritan jumped in and stopped the guy. Deputies are investigating what happened. Another Good Samaritan was honored by his community last night. 21-year-old Trevor Smith was killed when he stopped to help after he saw a crash between a car and semi. But Trevor was hit and killed by another car. Yesterday, friends and family held a vigil to remember him. Trevor's father said he never imagined he'd have to bury a child. Friends said Trevor was a very selfless person throughout his life. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic is slowing in Cape Coral northbound on Nelson Road heading towards Diplomat. Also delays in Fort Myers on Davis Road north and south between Iona and McGregor. If you're in Estero, no delays right now on Corkscrew. That is some great news if you're heading towards I-75. Lehigh Acres, a southbound slowdown on Columbus heading south of Centinela. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Chilly start to your Friday morning. Temperatures in the 40s with a bit of a wind chill, but a very sunny, gorgeous, and cool Friday afternoon. Get out and enjoy it. Temperatures topping out 10 degrees below normal in the 60s. Another chilly one for Saturday, but we do rebound into the mid-70s. Sun, few passing clouds for the afternoon. And then most of Sunday is dry. However, late in the day, we do have a chance of rain all the way towards Monday morning. That's with a cold front. That's going to be bringing in some scattered rain. We dry out Tuesday, Wednesday, and then also watching another front and a chance of rain at this point for Christmas Eve. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
Get the best sleep of your life. Helix makes personalized mattresses to fit your unique body type and sleep preferences. Go to helixsleep.com and get up to $200 off mattress orders.
No matter what the holidays look like this year, give your family the gift of fun and memories with a new RV from La Mesa RV. A new Mercedes-powered Integra Quest motorhome, number 040595, is discounted over $41,000. Your holiday adventure begins at La Mesa RV, I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers, or lamesarv.com. All advertised prices plus tax tag title and $9.95 dealer fee. Offer expires day of ad.
All right, you're going to put everything else aside for just a minute because I am worried about your home's water, to be quite honest. Because I know what mine was like before I got my Pent Air water treatment system. You hear me talking about Pelican water, right? Well, Pelican is now Pent Air Water Solutions, and you can call Max to get your free Pent Air water test. He'll come over, and you're going to love the way your water tastes once you get that system in from every faucet with that new Pent Air water treatment system. And a big difference with Pent Air water experts. They're Pent Air certified, uniformed water specialists using state-of-the-art Pent Air water tests, and with a mobile showroom, it's great. They pull up, and you can see everything right in front of you, the wide range of options, and now with Pentair's new Wi-Fi salt sensor, you can check your salt levels anytime you'd like, right from your phone. How cool is that? So call now for your free Pentair water test. It's really easy. You can take 15% off your whole home water system. Here's the number. Call today at 239-880-7799 or book online at pelicanwestfl.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm so glad you're here. 239-479-5592. You know it. It's the talk and text line. Hopefully you always have that handy or texting. I get to see all that. We are, for the time being, right now, streaming live on YouTube. You can watch anytime you want at Drew Steele Radio. We're also at Drew Steele Radio on Facebook if you want to watch there, and 925 Fox News, our Facebook page. YouTube, as you probably heard yesterday, decided to take down one of my programs. They didn't like the content. So I thought maybe it was the title. I don't know. Maybe it's what they see, and so I wanted to make it so that that they understand, the people there at Big Tech understand that we're harmless and we're just asking questions, and sometimes we're even having a little bit of fun. So I don't know. I thought maybe that was the problem. And Jake, if you're there. Why don't you tell everybody who's listening what the title of today's program is if they're watching?
Okay, hang on 1 second. Watch this furry little. All right, hang on. Watch this cute furry little guy try to figure out what's going on in this world.
How do you like?
You're referring to yourself as a cute furry little guy?
Well, yes. I figure. Look, maybe the problem with some of the big tech companies, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and others, maybe it's the scary titles that you put in there. Like China interference in the 2020 election. Peter Navarro's report is a must-read to understand election fraud, the immaculate deception, 6 key dimensions of election irregularities. Maybe deep state pushing to deep 6 intelligence reports demonstrating Chinese interference in 2020 election. See, these are headlines that are in Breitbart and other places. So maybe what we want to do is we don't want to be that shocking. Maybe we just talk about the same thing we always talk about, but we kind of lighten it up a little bit because it's the holiday season. You know, maybe there were some jingle bells in the background. So I thought it's very hope and changey. Right? It's whatever you want it to be. So once again, Jake, go ahead and read. What does it say? What's the show called today?
Watch this cute, furry little guy try to figure out what's going on in this world.
That's me. I'm the cute, furry little guy, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on in the world. That's all it is. I mean, it's like hope and change, right? It's like that guy. You know, it's whatever you want it to be. So I thought maybe if I kind of tone it down a little bit in the title, it might help.
I have a question.
It might help them to understand that that's all we're doing. That's all. All right, nothing to see here. Everything is fine. Look, one of the things as we get into this holiday season and as we get out of this holiday season is, well, number one, let's remember that it's really important now more than ever to focus on family, to focus on your blessings, to focus on the things that might have been, but otherwise are not. And even in your own world, look, in your own bubble, you have so many things to be grateful for. You have so many blessings. If you just choose to look, if you choose to take a step back and see it for yourself, they're there. You may not think so, but if you really do look, you'll find them. And to focus on those things. And that's the first thing. That's, this coming week, as we lead to the end of the year. But after that, you can take a step back in again and realize that there will be individuals and outlets and places that will kind of decide what you'll hear, how you'll hear it, and how the narrative is going to go. It's important you understand, for example, how many people really are talking about and asking questions about Peter Navarro, the director of Office of Trade and Manufacturing Policy, who put together a report entitled The Immaculate Deception, 6 Key Dimensions of Election Irregularities, and taking Arizona and Georgia and Michigan and Nevada, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, looking at all of these states and saying, hey, is there like a common denominator with all of these states? These swing states, is there something there? And he checks off the boxes and makes it pretty simple to see and understand that there are all kinds of irregularities, whether it's voting machine irregularities, equal protection clause violations, contestable process fouls, ballot mishandling, outright voter fraud, and then looking at the numbers and the difference between the victory margin for Joe Biden, quote unquote, and then the possible illegal ballots that are out there, which, as you look at the chart, simplistically speaking, make it very obvious that something's not right, at the least. But of course, we're still not allowed to talk about that. And if you go to different conservative outlets, you'll certainly find some of the details. And after the top line findings, you'll get into some of the meat and find out in these battleground states what was happening and these irregularities that are there. The question now, I guess, becomes this. Who's jumping on board to investigate? That's what it is. Because there's a lot of stories that I'm going to talk about this morning that you're going to hear about that are going to reinforce a lot of the questions that you have. Joe Biden on with Stephen Colbert, because, Stephen Colbert is hard-hitting and wants to get down to the facts, and he's a comic, and I use that term lightly. I mean, we know what Stephen Colbert is. So when Joe Biden goes on to Stephen Colbert's show and gets tossed the softballs, and he says that the Hunter tax investigation against his son is being used to get to him, and how that's being portrayed. The Biden family is a victim, and ultimately who's siding with the Bidens and what they're making everything seem like, which is the Bidens are the victim and you are all the crazy people. And you just can't handle the fact that Donald Trump lost the election. Ultimately, a great article from Kimberly Strassel in the Wall Street Journal opinion piece talking about Biden's court problem. We're going to talk about that coming up. Ultimately, even if Joe Biden wants to move an agenda forward, does he get to do that in every way, shape, and form if he has a judicial branch that is more skeptical of regulatory power than under Obama? In other words, how many things are really going to get through thanks to the 233 judges that were moved through the process by Mitch McConnell and that the president put out there? The confirmation of all of these judges. But the process has to be there, and the people that are involved have to go through the process and make this happen. In other words, it's if you're looking at the media, you're trusting a media to do a job that you would like them to do, as opposed to the one that they will do. They're not going to do journalism. They're not going to dig in. They're not going to try to find out the truth about Hunter Biden. They're not going to find out and ask questions about Dominion voting machines. They're not going to do that. You are settled on that, right? You understand the media has no interest in helping you whatsoever. We're concerned that judges and justices have no desire to get involved in the politics whatsoever because they're more concerned about their legacy and they're more concerned about keeping the peace than they're concerned about the Constitution and the rule of law. So when Kimberly Strassel puts this great piece out that talks about judges that are appointed by Donald Trump that Mitch McConnell has moved through the Senate and confirmed over the past 4 years, and that this is going to be another firewall to look at and you should feel good about that, we have to trust and believe that those individuals put there are who they say they are, as opposed to the opposite. We have to hope that they're going to do what we trust that they will do, which is uphold the rule of law and look at something that's going to move across their desk and say, ho, 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 hold on a second. Not ho, 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 like ho, 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 not like Santa, ho, ho, ho. You see what I'm saying? Right, so there's that. We have to trust. I mean, I'm going over some of the headlines too, but I'm trying to make an overall point. You know, Daniel Horowitz has got a piece in The Blaze talking about a new analysis that's showing infection from asymptomatic cases. You know, we're told that every one of you, every single one of you, me, you, Jake, especially Jake, and other people that are walking around this planet right now are probably asymptomatic. You're super spreaders, and you don't even know it. You're asymptomatic. You've got it. You're breathing on people. You're too close to somebody. You're within the 6-foot range. You're not wearing the mask properly, or maybe you don't have a mask that actually stops air from coming through. You've done something. You hold it down over your nose or whatever. You are of the most infectious kind. You're the most dangerous kind. And then we come to find out that, hey, look at this. Asymptomatic cases are incredibly low, even within households. We have to trust that when the Journal of, when JAMA, right, the Journal of American Medical, is that what it is? The Journal of American Medical Association? When there's evidence mounting that something is less than previously thought, that you're not a super spreader carrier because you're asymptomatic, that's quite the opposite now that we're finding out, that the chances of you spreading are low, that information has to come out. We have to hear that, and we have to trust that people are going to put that information out unless there are individuals that are trying their best to keep that information from you because it blows up the narrative. Because it stops them from being able to perpetuate this power grab that they've been doing, which is wear a mask 6 feet apart, shut down your restaurants. Even in New York, they're allowing the restaurants to be open, quote unquote. I'm using air quotes right now. But then we come to find out that you have to be seated outside. Does anybody know the weather in New York? Have you checked how much snow has fallen in New York City? Yesterday, I think it was 10 inches in Central Park. So you can only eat outside. Oh, and by the way, you can't go indoors, not even to pick up your food. So you can't even go inside the building to do a pickup. Do you see what they're doing? They're making it practically impossible to live your life because they say it, and it's what they want for you to do, even though the scientific evidence and the data that everybody screams that they say that they want to see would suggest otherwise. So why are we holding back this information? Why is this happening? There are a lot of crazy stories today that we're going to get to, and we're going to kind of weave in and out of them. And, you know, I would always love to get your thoughts. 239-479-5592. I know it's a Friday, the week before Christmas. Can't we talk about something pleasant and joy-filled? Well, listen, we can. And, you know, we'll sprinkle that in this morning. But I think that one of the important things that I want to bring up today, because there are going to be a lot of stories that you're going to hear. There are going to be questions that I have, that many of you have, that almost every single one of them can be solved with the truth. I know it seems crazy to say, but every single thing that I'm about to talk to today pretty much can be solved if we can just get to the facts, if we could get people to disseminate the truth and not worry about where the chips fall, unless, of course, it's something that they don't want you to know about because it goes against their narrative in a lot of different ways. All right. So we have the Peter Navarro story, right? The irregularities and the failure to aggressively and fully investigate the 6 dimensions that he has there of the irregularities that I laid out in Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. We still have these problems. The report is out. The media is just going to be like, whatever. Because it's Peter Navarro. Because it's the Trump team, and they don't want to get into that unless it's going to be, dude, you all need to get over it. And if you go to a show like Stephen Colbert, who has Joe Biden on, again, like I said before, it's about Joe Biden now and his family and Hunter Biden. They're the victims. They're the victims of Russian hacks or disinformation or, you know, all you Trumpers out there who just can't get over it. When asked about Hunter Biden, and he thinks it's just a political agenda. That's all this is. It's just, there's nothing to see here. With the mountain of evidence against Hunter Biden, there's nothing to see here. It's all completely a political agenda.
We have great confidence in our son. I am not concerned about any accusations been made against him. It's used to get to me. I think it's kind of foul play, but look, it is what it is. And
wait. So he thinks it's foul play. It is what it is. It's foul play. Foul play on whose part? So you're suggesting that it's foul play on the on whose part? The Attorney General, on the President? Whose part is it foul play? Foul play?
he's a grown man. He is the smartest man I know. I mean, in pure intellectual capacity. And as long as he's good, we're good.
That's it. Oh, all right. Everything's fine. He's good.
We're good.
We're good. He's good. That's it. Nothing to see here. Move along, everybody. Joe Biden's good.
We're good.
We're good. We're good. You good? I'm good.
We're good.
We're good. That's how it starts and ends. He's a grown man. Smartest man I know. I mean, in pure intellectual capacity. I know. I don't want to do that because it's his son. And I know, granted, a good dad would never put his son in a position where, knowing his history and the issues that he's had personally, a good dad would never feed into that and instead would try to get him out of that situation. But instead, this particular dad decided to push him back into those situations where harmful things to a human being, especially a son, like, I don't know, drugs and other things, would be exacerbated by putting him back in that position of stress and money and connections and China and all of the. Let's put that aside for just a second, because he's a good man, and so is Joe. Joe's a good dad. I'm just asking. But he's good, so we're good.
We're good.
I keep bringing this up because that's what they're going to do. Everybody now, Joe Biden is going to become what? It's everybody against Joe. It's everybody picking on the family now. Is that what this is going to be? And even though we've got a federal tax investigation into Hunter, even though we have all the evidence that is out there that is growing by the day, and all the connections, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, China, Ukraine, uranium. I mean, it is like there are some crazy connections that hopefully this morning we'll get into more detail on. But no, it's just you ganging up on the Bidens. When Colbert asked the president-elect whether any politicization of the investigation would stop him from working with congressional Republicans, he said no, if there were, quote, benefits the country. So if congressional Democrats' work benefits the country, then he's good. Well, to what benefit? Green New Deals? I mean, what is the benefit? Look, that's just code for it's business as usual in D.C. Doesn't matter. I mean, Joe Biden's been around for 150 years. It's business as usual. I'm looking at this article in the Washington Examiner. Jen Psaki. Jen Psaki, as you know, is the one who really likes to wear the hammer and sickle on her hats. The next White House press secretary defended her boss, saying his comments were being taken out of context. Okay. Colbert's question, which unfortunately the CBS Evening News omitted from their clip, was about people who, quote, use your adult son as a cudgel against you, not the investigation. Really? Is that what that was about? Everybody knows what it's about. Everybody knows it's about the son, Hunter Biden, and all the things that he's being investigated for, and the tax affairs, and even going back to 2018 and business dealings, particularly in China. And we know what it's all about. But again, just understanding that with all of this information out there, it's the media saying, listen, you're the bad guys. The Bidens are the good guys. They're the ones that are getting picked on. They're the victims in all of this. The Bidens are the victims, and they're good.
We're good.
I'm good. You good? We're good.
We're good.
We're good. All right, 239-479-5592 is the talking text line for the time being, streaming live on YouTube if you want to watch, at Drew Steele Radio, or also at Drew Steele Radio on Facebook if you want to go there to watch as well. We always appreciate you watching. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
An optimistic Thursday for Wall Street. The Dow closing up about 149 points, the S&P up 21, the Nasdaq higher by 107. Mortgage rates hitting record lows. Freddie Mac says the average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is at 2.67%. The U.S. Postal Service experiencing a historic holiday backlog.
With record levels of online shopping and an employee shortage due to the pandemic, long lines of customers wait for hours at their local post offices, hoping their gifts are delivered on time for Christmas. In order to meet the surge in demand, the Postal Service is hiring seasonal employees and even expanding hours at select locations.
Fox's Kevin Cork, who says the bottom line is, the sooner you get your packages out, the better. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jill Nato, invested in you.
At home with Robert, retired burglar and family man.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, SimpliSafe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 35% off the new system and a free camera at simplisafe.com/holiday. That's 35% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. SimpliSafe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplisafe.com/holiday for 35% off and a free camera today.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Are you ready for the very best?
Hello, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and I invite you to experience the luxury, safety, and satisfaction of driving a new Genesis. Leading in luxury year after year, Genesis is the highest-ranked luxury brand in initial quality 4 years in a row by J.D. Power and received the industry's premier safety ratings. Right now, you can finance the new 2020 G70 with 0% APR or experience the power, intelligence, and efficiency the all-new 2021 G80 offers, a car that automatically adjusts to match your driving style. Looking for elegance? Take it to new heights in the all-new 2021 G90 for effortless performance and precise handling, and brand new to our lineup, the new 2021 Genesis GV80, the new face of young luxury and the first ever SUV for Genesis, in stock and arriving daily. Visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road or online at genesisofnaples.com.
All offers with approved credit on select models. For JD Power 2020 award info, visit jdpower.com.
Has the little blue pill let you down? Our expert medical staff at mymensclinic.com can and will help. Guys, if you're suffering from ED, we can fix it. Even if you have tried Viagra and other drugs and they've failed you, we will help. Studies have shown that we offer the most effective non-surgical treatments for ED, even if you have other medical conditions. They're generally no problem. We know that hearing "we can try again next weekend" is tough. When what you want to hear is wow. We at mymensclinic.com have helped thousands of men just like you, thousands more nationally. We can make one simple guarantee, and we do. See our licensed medical staff. If we can't show you positive results during that first appointment, that appointment is free. Guys, let's get the wow back in the bedroom. Guys, let's book online at mymensclinic.com or call 239-307-0125. That's 239-307-0125. Again, mymensclinic.com.
So, Dave, what if your water heater dies?
Oh, man. No hot water? Helen's gonna lose it. Probably be the last straw for her.
No, wait a minute.
She'll have a lawyer before I even know what's happening.
Dave.
Splitting up our stuff, the kids.
Dave.
And I'm stuck trying to sell half a house with no water heater.
Dave, get a hold of yourself.
What?
So, what's the best case scenario?
Well, okay. Best case? All right. I make one phone call. Somebody's here today. Gets it fixed up. No mess. No problem. Helen doesn't even know it happened.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks on standby right now, waiting for something to go wrong at your house.
Right now?
Right now.
My water heater's fine, right?
It's fine. For now.
Oh, man.
When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
No lawyers?
You're good.
When was the last time you ate at Spanky's Speakeasy in Naples? Hi, I'm Emily Monty, owner of Spanky's. We have been a Naples landmark for over 35 years, but my husband Ted and I have brought Spanky's back bigger and better than ever. Along with lunch and dinner, we now serve Naples' best breakfast served 7 to 10:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Dine inside amongst thousands of vintage antiques and memorabilia, or outside on our open-air waterfront patio. At Spanky's, we are known for serving Naples' best prime rib and fresh seafood, along with an array of American cuisine. Don't forget to stop by our full-service bar to enjoy your favorite speakeasy cocktail and daily happy hour. Spanky's is now open 7 days a week. Sundays we feature live jazz entertainment on our patio for your enjoyment. While providing a friendly atmosphere, Spanky's is known for our southern charm. But more than ever, your safety and comfort is our #1 priority. Visit Spanky's today on Airport Pulling Road, just south of Golden Gate Parkway, Naples.
Heard the good news about COVID-19 vaccines? Yeah, they're coming, but you can do a lot more than just wait. See, you have the power to help slow the spread. Actually, you could be a real difference maker and protect your family and loved ones too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. And it's risky to be indoors with them too, no matter how far apart you are. And of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports that masks protect both the person wearing them and the folks around them from particles that carry the virus. And wash your hands, using soap and water for 20 seconds, and do it frequently. Watch your distance, wear a mask, and wash your hands. Simple, effective, and along with vaccines, they're how you can make a big difference.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. The Lee County School District now has a new plan with Lee Health to help protect students at nearby Fort Myers High School. Last week, the high school went on lockdown because a patient at Lee Health left there and made it inside one of the school's buildings. With the new plan, there will be an immediate notification if a patient escapes. If that happens, the school will be put on a lockout. They're also enhancing security measures around campus to protect students and staff. Lee Health now says it's going to get a vaccine after being left off the list yesterday. The hospital system says it came down to miscommunication. It says the vaccines will go to Gulf Coast Medical Center and Cape Coral hospitals next week. Those who work at other hospitals will have to go to those two to get it. Meantime, NCH says they'll get their vaccine early next week. They're not sure how many, but they'll start with hospital employees on the front lines of the pandemic. A Good Samaritan jumped into action to stop a robber in a busy store. Crime scene tape blocked off parts of a North Fort Myers Publix. It happened at the store along Hancock Bridge Parkway near the corner of Orange Grove Boulevard. Deputies took a man into custody after they said he tried to force his way into the pharmacy. He was armed with a knife, but that Good Samaritan jumped in and stopped the guy. Deputies are investigating what happened. Another Good Samaritan was honored by his community last night. 21-year-old Trevor Smith was killed when he stopped to help after he saw a crash between a car and semi. But Trevor was hit and killed by another car. Yesterday, friends and family held a vigil to remember him. Trevor's father said he never imagined he'd have to bury a child. Friends said Trevor was a very selfless person throughout his life. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic is slowing in Cape Coral northbound on Nelson Road heading towards Diplomat. Also delays in Fort Myers on Davis Road north and south between Iona and McGregor. If you're in Estero, no delays right now on Corkscrew. That is some great news if you're heading towards I-75. Lehigh Acres, a southbound slowdown on Columbus heading south of Centinela. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Chilly start to your Friday morning. Temperatures in the 40s with a bit of a wind chill, but a very sunny, gorgeous, and cool Friday afternoon. Get out and enjoy it. Temperatures topping out 10 degrees below normal in the 60s. Another chilly one for Saturday, but we do rebound into the mid-70s. Sun, few passing clouds for the afternoon. And then most of Sunday is dry. However, late in the day, we do have a chance of rain all the way towards Monday morning. That's with a cold front. That's going to be bringing in some scattered rain. We dry out Tuesday, Wednesday, and then also watching another front and a chance of rain at this point for Christmas Eve. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News.
Right. All along of golf at Coral Oaks Golf Course in Cape Coral. Enjoy excellent playing conditions and a weekend special to play 18 holes for just $38 on Saturdays and Sundays after 11 a.m. Coral Oaks gift cards also make terrific holiday gifts for your favorite golfers. You can book tee times up to 7 days in advance and register for their upcoming golf schools at coraloaksgolf.com. We'll see you at Coral Oaks, where every day is a great day.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $70 off any electrical repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
I just had my checkup, and my doctor could tell I've been eating healthier.
but sometimes I have a hard time covering the cost of food. Luckily, my Humana Medicare Advantage dual eligible special needs plan offers me a healthy foods card to help me pay for food at certain stores. If you have Medicare and Medicaid, you may get $25 to spend on approved groceries. You just swipe it like a credit card. My Humana Medicare plan also covers a lot more, such as medications, dental, eyeglasses, doctor visits, and hospital stays. Do what I did. Talk to Humana.
Talk to a Humana licensed sales agent now by calling toll-free 1-844-706-0557. Humana is a coordinated care plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Florida Medicaid program. Enrollment in this Humana plan depends on contract renewal. Sponsored by Humana Medical Plan, Inc. and the State of Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration. Plans may not be available in all areas. Benefits may vary by plan. Call to learn what plans are available in your area.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Daybreak with Drew Steele.
It's the most infectious time of the year.
Wow.
Noses are blowing and fevers are growing. I'm glad you're not here. It's the most infectious time of the year.
All right.
It's the crappiest season of all.
No, it's not. No, that's it. No, it's a wonderful time of the year. Christmas time is the best time. Okay, this year it's a little weird. Okay, I got it, but it's still the best time of the year. It's what you make. It's what you make of it. That's what you make of it. Sorry, I couldn't do it. I got it. I got it. There's a lot of COVID talk. There's a lot of things that are going on. There's a lot of concern about where we go from here, especially with vaccines, when we're told by, just the other day on MSNBC, it was one of the COVID experts, one of their doctor experts, whatever they have. I'm not sure who it is. But anyway, the one person that was mentioning the fact that, listen, everybody's going to get vaccines. You get a couple of vaccines and you're still going to have to mask up and you're still going to have to quarantine. And so really nothing's changed, but you got a vaccine. So isn't that cool? I mean, is that really what's happening here? I mean, there are people questioning things. A lot of questions about the vaccine and how it's been going lately. I'm looking at a video right now, one of a few different videos. And Jake, I might even ask you if you've witnessed any of these videos. Here is KFOX 14 News, and I guess that's in Texas, as they're showing footage of the first 5 nurses in El Paso receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. And then they noticed a discrepancy when the second nurse went to be vaccinated and the syringe was empty. I've seen a couple of those videos. I'm looking at it now, and the person is administering the syringe. It's down all the way. There's nothing in it. What is that? In Tennessee, a nurse passes out on camera minutes after taking the vaccine. Now, they're saying it's due to, what's the medical term? An overreactive vagal response. Is that what it is? You've probably seen people with vagal response triggers where they get super hyped up. There's a moment where there's cameras and they're excited and your blood's pumping and everything's going, and then all of a sudden your body's just like, yeah, I can't take it anymore, and your nervous system just shuts down and you just kind of pass out. I don't know if you've seen that, but that's what they're saying happened to this nurse. It wasn't a good look if you were watching the nurse pass out while taking the vaccine. Not a good look. So there are a couple of things that are happening that are not helping the situation when it comes to vaccines. There are people that are questioning what's going on with the vaccines. Are we allowed to do that? Is the coronavirus death toll being inflated? Tucker discussed the evidence last night. Inflated death counts, talking about the CDC numbers.
61,500 total deaths. But here's the weird thing, in case you're following the math. In both weeks, in April and November, coronavirus deaths in America came in at around 10,000. So either Americans got much luckier in November, meaning much less likely to die of cancer, heart disease, old age, traffic accidents, or the CDC has a major, meaning Jill Biden level, accounting problem. Of course, for the people in charge, a problem like this isn't really a problem at all. It's a source of their power. And so, unfortunately, and this is defiling science, is the coronavirus vaccine. A vaccine that you absolutely cannot question under any circumstances. They're admitting this, that you can't question it. They're admitting it has uses.
Okay. Yeah, you're not allowed to ask. You're not allowed to question. We can't question the numbers. I don't have a problem asking questions. I don't have a problem asking questions about the Biden family and Hunter Biden and the connections with China and even with Ukraine and some of the connections there with uranium and some of the things back in 2018 and tax issues. And I don't have any problem asking about that. I don't have any problem asking about Dominion voting machines and how we were told yesterday by Catherine Herridge on CBS that it appears as if we've got all kinds of breach of government networks, private businesses, a grave threat, and the attacks on the United States cybersecurity agencies. These hacks are, it appears to be from Russia, and of course, we're waiting to see some of the evidence or hear the concrete evidence, but they're claiming it's a Russian hack. That's what it is. And then you come to find out that the name SolarWind pops up in this same report. SolarWinds, I've heard that name before. Oh, yes, that's right. SolarWinds is the same software that's used in Dominion voting systems. Listen, this isn't conspiracy. I didn't say anything about that connection and how weird it seems. I'm just asking for you to check it out. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask questions about the vaccine and coronavirus and where we are right now. Jennifer Cabrera, who was on with us yesterday, in case you missed it. You know, I asked a question about the efficacy of the vaccine when someone questioned me. They said it's 94% effective, and they said, but what does that mean? Against what? You know, I'm hearing reports that it's only effective for a couple of months, and then you got to take it again. Well, what does that mean? Effective against what? Against keeping it away from you, against eradicating? Like, what is the 94% efficacy? I asked her, Jennifer Cabrera from the Alachua Chronicle, I asked her that yesterday. She's been following anything and everything that has to do with coronavirus. She's been all over it. Her Twitter account is amazing. And I asked her that question, and she said...
Well, it's hard to know because... remember the vaccines, a failure of the vaccine was not just a positive test, which if I get a positive test, if you get a positive test, we're a case. We get contact traced, we get quarantined, right? We are assumed to have it if we get a positive test. In the vaccine trials, you had to have a positive test and either one or two symptoms, depending on the trial. So just a positive test did not indicate a failure in the trial, which it would indicate a failure for me. They would tell me I didn't wear my mask and it was my fault, right?
Right.
Anyway, so the thing is, the other two things that they did not measure was, does it reduce hospitalizations and does it reduce deaths? Do you know why they did not measure that? Because those events, in the words of the report, are so rare.
What? Wait, say that again?
They literally couldn't measure whether the vaccine reduced hospitalizations and deaths because in the population they vaccinated, which was to mainly healthy young people, whatever, hospitalizations and deaths were so rare that they could not get any statistical information from it. So we are taking a vaccine that the whole point of this is that in young healthy people, anyone under 50 or 60. And, draw your line wherever you want. Hospitalizations and deaths are so rare from this that they can't even measure it in a vaccine trial, but we're shutting down society.
That's Jennifer Cabrera from yesterday. I'm just asking questions, everybody. That's all it is. Can we study this a little more? To Tucker Carlson's point, we're not allowed to ask questions. You got to full steam ahead. That's what you do. You don't have a choice. You can't ask. You can't question. And we know, again, what the virus is and what it is not. So why don't we get to ask specific questions about it? Daniel Horowitz in The Blaze yesterday. Again, just asking questions, everybody, just giving you information that you know you're not going to get from certain media outlets. You're just not going to get it, and you can imagine why. Prior to this year, few people have ever used the term asymptomatic, and many never heard of it before, but today it governs our lives. Despite Dr. Fauci and other experts saying from day one that asymptomatic spread, quote, has never been the driver of outbreaks, we have upended our lives for 9 months under the premise that any one of us, regardless of whether we have symptoms, could be a silent killer who needs to be isolated, monitored, and masked. Yet, as the months wear on, evidence continues to mount, and of course he has a link and gives you the evidence that asymptomatic carriers contribute less to the spread than previously thought, not more. A new meta-analysis published in JAMA by researchers in the Department of Biostatistics at the University of Florida, Gainesville. Hi. The Cancer Research Center in Seattle found that the secondary attack rate from symptomatic carriers of SARS-CoV-2 is nearly 26 times greater than that from asymptomatic carriers. It goes on to give more numbers and explains in detail all of these asymptomatic spread and numbers, and going into details on the website. You can check it out at the Blaze, Daniel Horowitz. But again, we're shutting down businesses. Business owners, in some cases, being threatened with jail time. We are shutting down economies. You know, all the things that we are doing. And yet we're not allowed to question, to Tucker Carlson's point, the scientists and the politicians and the science that they have, even when there are others that are showing research that would claim otherwise. You're just not allowed to do it. It's almost like climate change, everybody. Is the climate changing? Seems like it. Does it happen all the time throughout millennia? Yeah, it does. Is it man-made? Is it man that's doing all of it? I'm not really sure about that. I have evidence to show that it's not the case. There are people that are suggesting that it is. Can we come together in some consortium and be able to say yes or no? No, we can't, because there are people that have a political agenda that it doesn't make a difference what the evidence would show otherwise. It's my evidence. It's my truth, not the truth. And that's a sad state. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Anytime you want to join in the conversation. By the way, we're streaming live on YouTube for the time being at Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's in case you're wondering. And you may be wondering the title of today's show. I just, on the heels of finding out yesterday morning that one of my shows this week was deleted from YouTube, they told me. They sent me an email, said, hey, we're deleting your show because we believe it's sending false, misleading information about the 2020 election. I thought maybe I just need to calm down the waters a little bit. And maybe if you don't have any of those shocking and, I'm sorry, it's not shocking. It's the truthful headlines that I've been putting in that are really pretty easy to understand, and then you want to find out more. I just thought maybe we need to soothe and calm down those that are getting a little crazy about, for some reason, this program. And so, Jake, if you're there and you have YouTube up, can you describe to everybody and read on the YouTube channel or even Facebook what's the title of today's program?
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Watch this furry little guy try to figure out what's going on in his world.
You see? I'm just a furry little guy. I shaved this morning, but I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm kind of a furry little guy. I got hair in places that we don't like to talk about. My wife doesn't like to talk about, doesn't like to see. I worry sometimes that she sees the fur in certain places and whether or not it's going to hurt. But anyway, yeah, and I just don't know what's going on in the world. So I thought, like, that's so hope and changey. It's just so, you make it whatever you want to make it. So, don't you feel better? 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Anytime you want to comment on this Friday, Jake Day, before Christmas. This is the last Friday before the big day, everybody. So enjoy it. All right. Stay break 92.5 Fox News right all along. Traffic. Sabrina Katz.
The crash at Palm Beach Boulevard and Davis is slowing traffic at the intersection. This is to the east of State Road 31. Also, delays building in Collier County on Immokalee Road heading west of the interstate. 75 is packed right now. If you're heading south of Daniels Parkway down into Collier, just a very busy Friday morning. Also, delays building on the Midpoint Bridge into Fort Myers. You can hop on the Cape Coral Bridge for the quicker alternate. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, good looking forecast, sunny and cool, very dry. Temperatures topping out in the 60s, 70s for the weekend, mainly dry and looking good. There's going to be a chance of rain late into your Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Rush Limbaugh.
On Monday, Apple announced they're going to spend $2.5 billion of their own dollars to help fix the affordable housing crisis in California. Within hours of this announcement, Democrat presidential candidate Crazy Bernie launched a vicious attack on Apple. Sanders accused Apple, private company, of hypocrisy.
Fixing a little audio. We'll be back in a second, just in case you're wondering. All right, there you go. Let's see if this works any better.
And the point, no American corporation deserves this kind of contempt from Bernie Sanders simply for being successful. The jobs created by Apple corporations have helped fuel the economy, the world economy. It provided billions of dollars in tax revenue. Now, what product or service has Bernie Sanders ever created to benefit mankind? Absolutely nothing. Yet this unhinged socialist ingrate is slamming a company willing to help California out while he ignores the socialist policies that are ruining that state. This is classic crazy. And by the way, Crazy Bernie, the profit that Apple makes is their money. It isn't yours. They earned it, and they are very wise to keep it out of your hands.
Guys, 2020 has been a roller coaster year, so spoil her this Christmas by giving her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all. With soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram, America's PJ experts for nearly 20 years. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own bare skin. She'll love slipping these on every night because the texture and touch of naturally nude pajamas is so soft and luxurious, they'll melt away her stress. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. And right now, when you order today, you'll get a great deal. Free gift packaging. That means you don't have to wrap a thing. Get her naturally nude pajamas and get your free gift packaging today before this deal disappears. Just go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. That's Pajamagram.com.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
Christmas is just days away, and the perfect stocking stuffers are waiting for you at the Diamond District. Save up to 50% off beautiful fashion diamond jewelry, including 1-carat total weight diamond studs for just $8.39 and 2-carat studs for only $38.75. Sunday on Wink TV, the biggest NFL games are on CBS, and the best place to watch, Wink TV. Sunday, it's a doubleheader. At 1, a classic AFC East matchup as New England flies south to take on Miami. Then at 4, the reigning champion Chiefs take on the high-octane Saints in New Orleans. Patriots at Dolphins at 1, Chiefs versus Saints at 4. Sunday, the NFL on CBS is on Wink TV.
You've worked hard in life and created substantial wealth, but isn't your legacy about more than money? At FindMark, we ask our clients, how will you prepare the next generation? Will they inherit your values along with your wealth? Having a plan is essential. FindMark can help. Visit us at our locations in Fort Myers, Naples, Bonita Springs, and Estero, or online at findmarkbank.com.
By now, you've already heard that only Naples Nissan will give you the full original base MSRP for your trade-in. You may even be sick of hearing about it. Yes, for several months now, we've been telling you to bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now to get the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. You've already heard us say, if your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original MSRP for it. So, why have we been advertising the same offer for so many months now? Because it works. We've taken in hundreds of quality trade-ins, sold hundreds of new cars, and made hundreds of new happy customers. And you can still get full MSRP for your trade-in too. Come see us here on Pine Ridge Road and drive your brand new Nissan home today. Visit NaplesNissan.com for full details. Happy holidays, Southwest Florida. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
We've been waiting for COVID-19 vaccines to be developed. Now, waiting for them to get to us. But you can do more than wait. You have powerful ways to help slow the spread right now and protect your family and loved ones too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. It's risky to be indoors with them too. And of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports masks protect the people who wear them and folks around them. And wash your hands using soap and water for 20 seconds. And do it frequently. Vaccines won't make COVID go away overnight, but they give us a real chance to finally overcome it. As long as we keep watching our distance, wearing our masks, and washing our hands.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
92.5 WFSX is Darrow. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Governor Ron DeSantis says more people in long-term care facilities will get vaccinated ahead of schedule. He tweeted Walgreens will start their mission to vaccinate staff in those inside nursing homes today in Jacksonville. He says that's 3 days ahead of schedule. Making sure our beaches are clear of dead fish as red tide conditions get worse. The Sanibel Public's work department's picking up dead fish along the beaches. City officials say property owners and managers can remove dead fish on their respective properties. Meanwhile, on Barefoot Beach and Vanderbilt Beach, beachgoers say they started getting a little tickle in their throat and they were coughing. A Good Samaritan jumped into action to stop a robber in a busy store. Crime scene tape blocked off parts of a North Fort Myers Publix. It happened at the store along Hancock Bridge Parkway near the corner of Orange Grove Boulevard. Deputies took a man into custody after they said he tried to force his way into the pharmacy. He was armed with a knife, but that Good Samaritan jumped in and stopped the guy. Deputies are investigating what happened. Another Good Samaritan was honored by his community last night. 21-year-old Trevor Smith was killed when he stopped to help after he saw a crash between a car and semi. But Trevor was hit and killed by another car. Yesterday, friends and family held a vigil to remember him. Trevor's father said he never imagined he'd have to bury a child. Friends said Trevor was a very selfless person throughout his life. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
The crash at Palm Beach Boulevard in Davis is slowing traffic at the intersection. This is to the east of State Road 31. Also, delays building in Collier County on Immokalee Road heading west to the interstate. 75 is packed right now. If you're heading south of Daniels Parkway down into Collier, just a very busy Friday morning. Also, delays building on the Midway Bridge into Fort Myers. You can hop on the Cape Coral Bridge for the quicker alternate. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Chilly start to your Friday morning. Temperatures in the 40s with a bit of a wind chill, but a very sunny, gorgeous, and cool Friday afternoon. Get out and enjoy it. Temperatures topping out 10 degrees below normal in the 60s. Another chilly one for Saturday, but we do rebound into the mid-70s. Sun, few passing clouds for the afternoon. And then most of Sunday is dry. However, late in the day, we do have a chance of rain all the way towards Monday morning. That's with a cold front. That's going to be bringing in some scattered rain. We dry out Tuesday, Wednesday, and then also watching another front and a chance of rain at this point for Christmas Eve. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News.
We are going to make America great again.
Right, all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential contractor in Southwest Florida. As a Naples native, my childhood is full of memories, from fishing the backwaters of the Everglades to helping my dad with home improvement projects. Today, I have the pleasure of watching my kids grow up, enjoying the same way of life. At CGU Homes, we understand building a home is more than drawings and budgets. It's about building lifelong memories for you and your family. I've been in the residential construction industry for over 20 years and have had the luxury of handpicking my team. When it comes to my team, I look for passion, innovation, and trustworthiness. You can trust CGU Homes to build with honesty and transparency through every step of the building process. So when you're ready to start a new chapter for your family, whether it's remodeling your existing home or building a brand new one, I invite you to see some of our past projects and learn more about us at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
No matter what the holidays look like this year, give your family a gift of fun and memories with a new RV from La Mesa RV. From sporty Mercedes-powered motorhomes to luxury diesel pushers, there's an RV for every budget and lifestyle. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. Plus, every RV is holiday priced. Let your holiday adventure begin at La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers, or LaMesaRV.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1.5 miles south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month basis, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, tag, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. Zero security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month for 1,000 borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
Hey, I love it here in Southwest Florida. This is my second home, and I know why you live here. You've been able to accumulate enough wealth to retire here, but you know what? Many retirement portfolios are exposed to way too much risk. Alfie Townsend and Advantage Retirement Group can help. So give your portfolio the second set of eyes that it needs. Call Alfie at 561-1155. And don't forget, listen for his program, Saving the Investor. That's Saturday mornings at 9 right here on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live on YouTube each and every day. Here we are for as long as they let us, because as you know, you heard yesterday, they deleted one of my programs. I guess they didn't like the way I was talking. So you can go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, both Drew Steele Radio. And if you want to subscribe on YouTube, that would be cool, by the way. I thought I would kind of take the temperature down a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the people at YouTube get a little upset at some of the headlines that they're seeing that have to do with the concerns about election integrity and some of these headlines like Deep State pushes the Deep Six intelligence report demonstrating Chinese interference in the 2020 election. That's a little too shocking for them. And the fact that we're hearing from people, Catherine Harridge and others, about this U.S. cybersecurity agency grave risk hack and getting into all kinds of departments and the concerns over how that is happening and how that possibly could be happening. And then the same report we hear about SolarWinds, and then we come to find out that SolarWinds is the same software that's used in Dominion voting systems, the same ones that lots of people have questions about. Maybe that's too much. So I thought, let's make it light and easy, just fun. So the title, Jake the Millennial on this Jake Day before Christmas. Jake, tell everybody what the title of today's program is.
Watch this cute, furry little guy try to figure out what's going on in his world.
That's all I want to know. I'm a cute, furry guy. I got fur in places that I shouldn't have it, and that's a whole other story. My wife's got issues with that. There's a little razor there. But anyway, and I just want to know what's going on in the world. So maybe that'll help a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what they do with it now. But there you go. All right. As we move on today, I got to play more of this interview with Joe Biden and Stephen Colbert, the hard-hitting Stephen Colbert, because I'll tell you what, if Joe Biden and Hunter Biden are not victims, I don't know who is. I mean, without any evidence whatsoever, Republicans and Trump supporters attacking this poor man who's been in Washington, D.C. for decades and decades and decades and decades and decades and absolute decades of work and decades and decades. Not a joke. Not a joke, but we got to stop. For a long time. And all he wants to do is get along. That's all. He just wants to bring peace to the world. You know, the kind of peace that nobody has been able to accomplish, let's say, in the Middle East until Donald Trump came along and all of a sudden putting forward different ways of accomplishing this, kind of excluding those that have been the problem. And next thing you know, things get done. That kind of solving problems, which, of course, he hasn't been able to do. And neither did Barack Obama or anybody else. But we put that aside. He's a victim, everybody. And the audio is just, some of it's priceless. I didn't hear some of this until this morning, so I'm going to play it for you coming up in just a second. Anytime you want to comment on what is going on today. By the way, let me just, maybe I'll bring this up now, just because I wasn't going to talk about it yet, but I don't know if I want to wait. We'll get to the Joe Biden audio in just a second, because I did hint at something that I should kind of back up and explain. There are always going to be people that as long as we can't get the facts, the truth from the mainstream media, local, state, national, whatever it is, as long as we can't get the facts and the truth from our media outlets, then we are going to have questions about everything. We're not going to be good little lemmings and pat us on the head, and we're going to listen to everything you say as gospel, and that's just the way it's going to be. We're not doing that. Those days are over. It even hurts me to think that there was a time when we did that. But we're going to question things now because we have to, because we understand what the media is doing. When I see Catherine Harridge, and a lot of people are patting her on the back and they enjoy her work. Catherine Harridge, who used to be at Fox News, now with CBS. It's interesting because if you're working for a network that clearly has an agenda, all of them do. And the agenda is to either push the "you gotta hate Donald Trump as president of the United States" narrative. He's been in league with Russia since day one, and even though there's all the evidence that would prove that the Russia collusion whole thing was a hoax, and we know that it's a hoax right now, that there are still people that want to hint and kind of suggest that there's still that connection. They'll never let that go because they know there's half the country, at least 80 million, that voted for Joe Biden. See what I did there? That will still go along with your dupe. That when she puts out a report like this, and people are like, well, it's Catherine Harridge. I mean, I question everybody. For example, here's this report that comes out. Take a listen to this. It's pretty serious stuff.
A stark warning tonight as hackers thought to be linked to Russian intelligence are now feared to be deep inside American infrastructure networks.
Can I just stop for a second? Thought to be Russian hackers, right? Thought to be Russian influence. Thought to be, or we know? If we have that evidence, we should hear it. And I'm also wondering if it's just Russia, if there's anybody else. Again, I'm not saying it's not. All I'm doing is questioning, because I always consider the source, even if it is this report.
Across the U.S. government, and including the nation's top nuclear laboratory, U.S. officials called the hack a grave risk.
This is an attack on the United States. It's an attack on our infrastructure, our government, our private sector.
I mean, this is real. This is happening. This did happen. A grave threat. Intrusion as a widespread intrusion that's been going on. And it's scary stuff, right? Good.
CBS News has learned evidence of the hack has been detected at the Department of Energy, which maintains the nation's nuclear weapons stockpile and operates the Los Alamos National Lab in New Mexico.
I mean, all of this is horrific. All of this is you hear about all of this, the hack that's going on, and it's frightening, right? All of this, and it's serious.
It's unclear what, if any, damage has been done.
So they talked to a cybersecurity expert.
While Vladimir Putin's government denies responsibility, the evidence continues to mount.
The keys of the kingdom have been taken.
This hack gave a foreign adversary the capability to destroy government networks or turn off critical infrastructure.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not as easy as flipping a light switch, but they absolutely did have access into many sensitive infrastructure sites.
You're following all of this, the hack into the infrastructure, that they're blaming Russia. They're saying it was Russia. Putin is denying this. You following this? So Russia, the Putin, the connections, that kind of. I just want to know for sure. Because we've heard Russians before, right? That's all. I'm not suggesting that this is not the case, because the next part of the audio interests me in this report. Are you ready? Here it is.
The hackers made their move as early as March, breaking into SolarWinds, a Texas-based software company that serves government agencies and many Fortune 500 companies.
SolarWinds. Where have you heard that name before? Yep. Company that provides voting systems in 28 states uses an internet technology firm that was recently hacked. Dominion Voting Systems uses SolarWinds software, according to Dominion's web page. This is dated December 14th. Zachary Cyber at the Epic Times had this report. Now, here's the other thing that is an interesting part of this. Dominion Voting Systems uses SolarWinds that was hacked. This is in this story, right? The SolarWinds, the hack, SolarWinds. The main shareholder of SolarWind has financial ties to China worth hundreds of billions of dollars. China, hundreds of billions of dollars. Do we get to ask about that? Can we ask? So what am I saying? I'm not being conspiratorial. I'm just asking the question. I'm supposed to, and we're supposed to trust implicitly, like we're not even supposed to ask any questions. CBS News, Catherine Harridge, respected. She puts a report out on a network that for years ran with a Russia collusion hoax against the president of the United States, went down the list. Family members, everybody, right? So we hear a report now about these hacks coming in. They're saying it's Russia. Putin's denying it. The Russia connections. But then on the other side of the report says it's SolarWinds. SolarWinds, the connection there is with China. Are we hearing more about China or are we hearing more about Russia? And it's almost as if, and this is just me putting it out there into the ether. It's just a question. It's just something I'm saying. I'm not saying this is definitive. I'm just asking a question. It's almost as if with these hacks, with the Dominion voting systems, with SolarWind, with the connections to China that we're hearing more and more about from other outlets, not mainstream media outlets, it's almost as if they're making this sound as if it's Russia, because Russia has always been the bad guy, even with Trump, because Trump is in a league with Russia and Putin, and that's been the narrative. And so half the country goes, okay, we've got hacks into our systems, hacks that are going on in this country that are in the Defense Department, in the Department of Energy, and all of these things that are really scary. And the hack is coming from Russia because we say it's Russia. And you see the connection and how all this works out. So if you hear something that has to do with anything else in the future, it's going to be Russia. But I have questions about the China connection and if that's there as well. I'm just asking because it's weird how some of these connections are made that I just made for you. Am I allowed to ask that? Apparently not. Putting that out there. 239-479-5592. All right, listen, I see some calls coming in, Jake, so I would like to get these calls this morning. It's Jake Day. It's Friday. It's the Friday before Christmas. I understand that I can spend the show today talking about shoveling snow and how I used to do that as a kid and everything else, and I could go into all of these stories, and I want to, and kind of lighten it up a little bit, but there's so many things that are going on. I just feel like I can't let go of it. All right. Is Kate there? Kate Naples? Good morning, Kate.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Kate.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine. What's on your mind, Kate?
Well, I'm calling because I just really want to encourage anybody that's listening to call our senators and ask them to please push forward with the debate of the Electoral College on January 6th, because we are being disenfranchised. The reason we stay united as a country is because we trust in other states' laws so that our elections are fair. So if other states are crooked, we are being disenfranchised. And I think our senators have a responsibility to deal with it and to not ignore it and not say, oh, well, Florida was okay, so we're fine. But we're not fine. Yeah. And they need to stand up for us. So I just hope that people will either call their senators or email them or do something to let them know that this isn't okay with us.
Kate, you make an excellent point, and I'm so glad you brought that up, and I'll tell you why, because it leads right into a piece of audio that you need to hear. And so you are exactly right. Kate Naples, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. 239-479-5592. And to Kate's point, calling senators and encouraging them when those electoral college votes step up to their door on January 6th, that they examine what has been happening with all the information that we do have, not conspiracy theories, but the information that is in front of us about Dominion voting machines and Peter Navarro's information about the swing states and ballot mishandling and voter fraud, contestable process fouls, equal protection clause violations, these things that we know that the Supreme Court would not take on the equal protection violations, almost as if, like I said before, they don't want to upset the apple cart right now. There's peace. Let's just keep the peace. I would rather keep the peace than follow the Constitution. That's what I'm worried about, that there are some judges and justices that think that way. That would be horrific. But it was our senator, Senator Scott, who day before yesterday at that the hearing, the election integrity hearing that the Senate had together, to her point, Kate's point, that made this comment. And if you're wondering where our senators should be and what they know, listen to Senator Scott and what he said just the other day about this very issue.
2 years ago, I got elected. I won election night by 54,000 votes. And Chuck Schumer sent a lawyer down and basically said, I don't care what the votes are, we're going to win through the courts. And we went through unbelievable number of lawsuits. We had, I think, something like 1,000 lawyers working with us. We went through 2 recounts.
Did you know that? Did any of you know that? I mean, you certainly believe it. But did you know it? Did you hear about it? Do you remember that happening?
And he didn't care what the votes are. Chuck Schumer's goal was to win, and his lawyer was just to win through the courts. It didn't matter what the votes are. It didn't let me come to orientation. And so when I watch this stuff now, I did not remember one Democrat in this entire country say, that's not right. You shouldn't be doing it that way. They were all in on this, and nobody complained. So we've got to figure out how to do this where people feel comfortable. I can tell you, I live in Naples, Florida. Every time I go out, people come up to me and they're frustrated with the unfairness of the system. Now, of course, these are people that wanted Trump to win. They think that he lost unfairly, but they're mad. They're mad that because they hear about what happened in Wisconsin, they hear about what happened in other states, and then they're furious that they think the whole system's rigged.
That was Senator Scott just the other day. Did you know about all of that? He knows what Democrats will do and what they did to him. I mean, that's powerful stuff, everybody. And that's here in the state of Florida. To Kate's point from Naples, we have to call them. We have to show support, and we have to ask them to consider the Constitution and the rule of law as we move forward, because we know what Democrats will do. Bill de Blasio has said that his New York City budget plan hinges on the Georgia Senate race. Do you understand why Bill de Blasio would say that? He's saying that because he knows that if Georgia goes Democrat and the Senate goes Democrat, that they will make sure that money is they will pass bills in Congress that will bail out the $3.8 billion deficit in a city like New York. That he's banking on the fact if you just hold on and if we get that, you think it's just, you think it's only the horrible, horrific things that they would push through. It's also these things which we're trying to fight against, which is blue states destroying their state economically and then looking to the federal government to bail them out and hoping that in Georgia the Republicans will lose so that he can get his cash. That's what we're talking about. And what lengths do you think they'll go, everybody? You think Georgia's safe? 239-479-5592. Carl, Dawn, Dave, and we've got an open line. If you want to join us when we come back from break, I will take your phone calls, talk about whatever you want. There's a lot going on this Friday before Christmas. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel. True Steel. Weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
So, Dave, what if your water heater dies?
Oh, man. No hot water? Helen's gonna lose it. Probably be the last straw for her.
No, wait a minute.
She'll have a lawyer before I even know what's happening.
Dave.
Splitting up our stuff, the kids.
Dave.
And I'm stuck trying to sell half a house with no water heater.
Dave, get a hold of yourself.
What?
So, what's the best case scenario?
Well, okay. Best case? All right. I make one phone call. Somebody's here today, gets it fixed up, no mess, no problem. Helen doesn't even know it happened.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks on standby right now, waiting for something to go wrong at your house.
Right now?
Right now.
My water heater's fine, right?
It's fine. For now.
Oh, man.
When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
No lawyers?
You're good.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, tag, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. From rent increases to increased orders to I'm going to say it, unprecedented times. But don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business to bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business, starting at $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 12/21/2020. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment installation, taxes, and fees extra, subject to change.
Hey, this is Papa announcing our special discounts for the holiday season. If you have us clean and seal your tile roof, we'll also include your pavers and pool decks at no additional charge. Please let me thank all of you for your fantastic response to my wacky commercials that have made 2020 our best year in the past 34 years. If we clean and seal your tile roof, we can also change the color of your tile roof if you're tired of the existing color. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Kerry, and Cody, we wish you a safe and joyful holiday season. If you want to consider our special holiday discount offer, please call me Papa at 945-2700 for our free tile roof inspection. If we do find needed repairs, we'll make it affordable. Please call me at 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1331790. Remember, area code 239-945-2700.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part, the price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island with 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. How can I make the most of waiting for my next big vacation?
Translate your questions into goals by investing with Merrill Edge Self-Directed. It's more accessible than you think, with helpful planning tools plus free online stock and ETF trades, so you can keep practicing your pronunciation. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer member SIPC. Other fees may apply. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
At home with Robert, retired burglar and family man.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, SimpliSafe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 35% off a new system and a free camera at simplisafe.com/holiday. That's 35% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. SimpliSafe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplisafe.com/holiday for 35% off and a free camera today.
Heard the good news about COVID-19 vaccines? Yeah, they're coming, but you can do a lot more than just wait. See, you have the power to help slow the spread. Actually, you could be a real difference maker and protect your family and loved ones, too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. And it's risky to be indoors with them, too, no matter how far apart you are. And, of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports that masks protect both the person wearing them and the folks around them from particles that carry the virus. And wash your hands, using soap and water for 20 seconds, and do it frequently. Watch your distance, wear a mask, and wash your hands. Simple, effective, and along with vaccines, they're how you can make a big difference.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Governor Ron DeSantis says more people in long-term care facilities will get vaccinated ahead of schedule. He tweeted Walgreens will start their mission to vaccinate staff in those inside nursing homes today in Jacksonville. He says that's 3 days ahead of schedule. Making sure our beaches are clear of dead fish as red tide conditions get worse. The Sanibel Public Works Department's picking up dead fish along the beaches. City officials say property owners and managers can remove dead fish on their respective properties. Meanwhile, on Barefoot Beach and Vanderbilt Beach, beachgoers say they started getting a little tickle in their throat and they were coughing. A Good Samaritan jumped into action to stop a robber in a busy store. Crime scene tape blocked off parts of a North Fort Myers Publix. It happened at the store along Hancock Bridge Parkway near the corner of Orange Grove Boulevard. Deputies took a man into custody after they said he tried to force his way into the pharmacy. He was armed with a knife, but that Good Samaritan jumped in and stopped the guy. Deputies are investigating what happened. Another Good Samaritan was honored by his community last night. 21-year-old Trevor Smith was killed when he stopped to help after he saw a crash between a car and semi. But Trevor was hit and killed by another car. Yesterday, friends and family held a vigil to remember him. Trevor's father said he never imagined he'd have to bury a child. Friends said Trevor was a very selfless person throughout his life. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at McGregor Boulevard in Twin Palms is slowing traffic heading south of Colonial Boulevard, about a mile of a backup. Summerlin Road is still up to speed, and that's going to be your closest, quickest alternate. Also delays getting off of the Midpoint Bridge onto Colonial, heading eastbound to Summerlin. We have that crash as well at Palm Beach Boulevard in Davis, with slowdowns heading westbound towards State Road 31. Also eastbound delays just near the crash site if you're heading towards Buckingham Road. Buckingham Road looks great, though, heading south of Palm Beach Boulevard all the way into Lehigh Acres. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Chilly start to your Friday morning. Temperatures in the 40s with a bit of a wind chill, but a very sunny, gorgeous, and cool Friday afternoon. Get out and enjoy it. Temperatures topping out 10 degrees below normal in the 60s. Another chilly one for Saturday, but we do rebound into the mid-70s. Sun, few passing clouds for the afternoon. And then most of Sunday is dry. However, late in the day, we do have a chance of rain all the way towards Monday morning. That's with a cold front. That's going to be bringing in some scattered rain. We dry out Tuesday, Wednesday, and then also watching another front and a chance of rain at this point for Christmas Eve. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour. More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Duncan's Diamonds invites you to our greatest Christmas sale ever. With Christmas just around the corner, everything in the entire store is specially priced right now with tremendous savings. Christmas will be here before you know it. So now's the time to buy everything from diamonds to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. People come from all over because we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere. It's definitely worth the drive to Duncan's Diamonds. Save during this huge Christmas sale. Duncan's Diamonds for the best prices on diamonds and fine jewelry. We work very hard to make you happy because we believe in love. Come see us.
Duncan's Diamonds, US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, Visit savingtheinvestor.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Now, just in time for the 2020 holiday season, a remix of all your favorite classics.
In quarantine
For Christmas, we've remixed and updated every song.
you can stay away from me.
Tunes that capture the essence of the year.
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why.
Nobody.
It's coming to town.
That's it. No, we're supposed to be enjoying the holiday season. We're getting ready. Hopefully, you got your Christmas shopping done already. Hopefully, you're all set to go. We're only a week away from Christmas. This is an exciting time of year. Don't listen to Dr. Fauci and cancel Christmas. Don't be the Grinch. Don't do it. You're fine. You understand what the virus is and isn't. And listen, you get together as. I have to explain. No, of course I don't have to explain this, do I? I mean, for some people, it's hard to get through. But anyway, all right. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live for the time being on YouTube. Anytime you want to watch it, Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. You can subscribe. By the way, if you're watching today, I just thought that the YouTube guys that are watching that deleted one of my shows this week because they didn't like the content, they didn't like what I was talking about with the 2020 election. I just thought I might have something generic as the title of today's show to kind of calm them down. So, Jake, if it's available to you right in front of your face, could you read to everybody with exuberance, Jake? Give it to me big, loud, and proud. Tell everybody the title of today's fantastic show. Go ahead. What is it?
It is Watch This Cute Furry Little Man Try and Figure Out What's Going On in His World.
That's me. Ask my wife. I'm a little furry in some places, and the cute thing is, well, whatever. But I'm just trying to figure out what's going on in the world. I thought if the title of the show was a little calming, that maybe it won't go anywhere. The YouTubers there watching. All right, there's a lot that's going on. I see Carl, Dawn, Eleanor all want to talk this morning. I did want to play a little bit of audio from Joe Biden in case you missed it. This is hysterical. So comedian Stephen Colbert, who of course is going to ask hard-hitting questions. Okay, nobody's going to ask hard-hitting questions. Not even the media asks hard-hitting questions of Joe Biden. This is classic Joe Biden. Listen to this little exchange between Joe and Dr. Jill. Please call her Dr. Jill because if he needed a lozenge, she certainly has one probably in her purse. Anyway, Dr. Jill Biden and Joe, along with Stephen Colbert.
As a father, I understand that, and I admire that.
Talking about that, my son. I'm just trying to protect my son. I don't like that people are talking about my son Hunter, and it upsets me because there's no evidence or proof for it. They're just coming after me. They just want me because, decades and decades and decades I've been so good and such a nice guy. And it's those evil Trump supporters and Republicans. They're just all coming after me. I'm the victim, and so is my son. He's done nothing wrong. You don't have any evidence. Okay, so that's what they're talking about.
But I mean, in terms of your job as president, can you reach across the aisle to people who will be using this as an attack on you when it is such a personal attack because it's about family?
But if it benefits the country, yes. I really mean it.
Okay, if it benefits the country, yeah, I could take it. I could take all of this as long as it benefits the country. To what benefit is interesting? Because what does that mean? Like, if you agree with me that we need a Green New Deal, that we need to stack the courts and everything else, then yeah, I think we can get along. If not, well, then there's going to be trouble. Is that the way it is? And, and again, I'm just asking. It's just me talking. What kind of dad puts a son with the kind of problems personally that Hunter Biden has in a position to exacerbate the problems that he has? Wouldn't you want to remove your son if you love this is anybody. I'm just saying, as a dad, a loving dad who cares about his son, wouldn't you want to remove your son from that situation because you care about his life? And you care about him personally. So you remove him from anything that could possibly cause more stress, strain, drug use, addiction, falling down. You wouldn't want to do that, right? A good dad, a loving dad would take them out of that situation. I'm just putting that out there.
Because we know who we are.
You're a better man than I. I'm not sure if I could do that.
Don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean I'm not angry. It doesn't mean I wasn't angry, and it doesn't mean if I were back in the days in high school, I wouldn't say, come here, and go around. But
you have to take the high road.
Okay. So there's Joe Biden doing the whole, hey, buddy, come on behind the tool shed, and I'll show you a thing or two. And Joe Biden's like, oh, no, you got to take the high road, because, we're all about the high road, really. Joe Biden just proving again, even now, with his wife with a doctorate next to him, that he hasn't changed. Yeah, because, he's the kind of guy that goes, he just wants to get along with everybody. But hey, I'll tell you what, I'll take you behind the tool shed. No, we take the high road. Okay, is it like Michelle Obama's taking the, when they took when they go low, we go high? Really? Is that what Russian collusion hoaxes and going against family members of Donald Trump? And that's what I'm saying about this audio clip. Just put Donald Trump in this situation. In other words, the family, all the things that are being said, just flip the roles and imagine he's talking about Donald Trump.
And because, look, there's so much at stake. And the American people, I think they can smell the phoniness, smell what's true and what's not true. And
I hope so. I hope they smell what the Democrats are cooking.
No, I just, but what it does do, a couple of people who have, there's just been a disappointment. I feel badly for them. I'm not being facetious.
People we thought were our friends.
I feel badly about what?
I feel bad for them. It's like we're the victims and whatever. I can't do it anymore. Let's just go to the calls. Carl's in Bonita. Hey, Carl, how are you this morning? That doesn't sound like Carl. Unless Carl is he's a dial tone. Oh, boy. Carl needs a mint or something with that. Okay. Dawn's in Fort Myers. Hey, Dawn, are you there? Or are you a dial tone as well?
Hey, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm not a dial tone.
Okay. What's going on?
This we can talk about all these things that are happening, but the Democrats will continue to deny. And I know a lot of liars, and that's what they do. And really, I think the most important thing that could ever happen in the next 2 years is Trump invests in a bunch of Republican media outlets, because last year I listened to a podcast. It was Patrick Bet-David, and he said, the Democrats own the media. That's what you have to do, is get it out of there. China has owned this country, and the Clintons were the ones that brought them all in. China's already here infiltrated. And I'll tell you something, if a Republican does not stand up, any of the senators, they don't have a hair on their butt, because that's what you got to do. You got to stand up for this country. Otherwise, our grandkids are just screwed, because it's coming. And, this whole election thing, who didn't see it coming before Trump got into office? Pelosi was already saying, we're going to drag him out of office.
Well,
I think stuff is already.
I think the only thing we didn't see, Dawn, is I don't think we knew how they were going to go about it. I think we didn't, the interesting thing about Democrats, liberals, socialists, communists, I don't know, I'm just putting them all in the same group. Forgive me. The one thing that about people like that is that they're kind of sneaky. If you figure them out one way, they'll find another way. And they did say a lot about what they were going to blame Donald Trump for, and ended up doing the same exact thing. So they kind of did telegraph a little bit of what they were planning. But I don't know if we understood not only, and thanks for the call, Don, I appreciate it, in Fort Myers, not only how they were, what they were going to do in detail, but some of the help that they may get from certain individuals in certain places that we have questions about. And again, if we're going to go into, for example, the evidence to show some of the things that we're talking about with regards to, the deep state pushing the deep six intelligence reports demonstrating Chinese interference in the 2020 election, John Ratcliffe, we know, DNI director there, DNI is considering not signing an intelligence report because he wants everybody to understand the ample raw intelligence about China's intentions and actions related to the election and how that is there. When we hear about Catherine Harridge talking about the hacking of government systems and blaming and coming out and saying, it looks like it's Russia, it's Russia that did this, Russia. Then when it come to find out that on the back end of that report, she brings up SolarWinds that is billions of dollars, financial ties to China with hundreds of billions of dollars. And they also happen to be the software that's running the Dominion voting machines. And we also have the questions about Georgia and how there is an unprecedented number of people that are registering to vote right now in the state of Georgia, the kind of numbers you don't typically see. We're worried about if we can't get the Supreme Court and justices on the Supreme Court to agree that constitutionally speaking, that we had an equal protection clause violation in every single swing state and it's provable, and you won't even listen to the argument, you won't even hear what the argument is, and the Supreme Court won't do it, then you throw your hands up and you say, well, how is Georgia even in play? Because the left now sees that nobody's going to stop them. That's been the frustration. So we still have that frustration. We still have to deal with that. And it's pressure from us. It's changing the rules of engagement in the future when it comes to, politically speaking, what needs to be done that the left is willing to do against us politically, that we just sit back as conservatives or Republicans or libertarians, and we're just not, we like to follow the rule of law. We still like to follow the rule of law, and we still believe in the Constitution, but we need to be ready to get dirty as well. And, look, there are questions about John Roberts and what he did on the Supreme Court. Very interesting Washington Post, believe it or not, Washington Post perspective that came out yesterday that's getting a lot of attention. John Roberts' self-defeating attempt to make the court appear non-political. Is that what this is? Did John Roberts decide long ago that he was going to try to make it look like they are not influenced politically by being influenced politically? I know it sounds weird, but in trying to seem like they are nonpartisans, John Roberts and his maneuvers and his engagement and the things that he did, the case is being made, actually did the opposite of what he thought. Instead of people looking and going, oh, John Roberts, he's so non-political. I mean, listen, you don't even know. I mean, everybody's saying he's a conservative justice, and the pressure that is on John Roberts by the left, and then he listens to that pressure and goes, oh, no, guys, I'm not like that at all, and we're not like that at all. And so in trying to appear non-political, he ended up siding with the left, which did quite the opposite. I might read a little bit of this coming up. But in the meantime, I'm looking at the time. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn the PhD. This will be the last Drew's College before Christmas. So we should probably make this a doozy. I don't know. I'm trying to make it sound more dramatic. I just need you to call 239-479-5592. Let's take caller number 5 right now. We'll play Drew's College. I would love for you to play next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
The crash at Palm Beach Boulevard and Orange River Boulevard is slowing traffic heading eastbound getting off of I-75. Also northbound delays on Orange River. If you're in Fort Myers, there's a crash at Twin Palm Drive and McGregor Boulevard that is really backing up McGregor heading south of Colonial. A quick alternate, take Summerlin Road. It's fully up to speed. Also in Lehigh Acres, and westbound delays on 23rd heading to Gunnery Road. We're very busy, of course, on the Daniels extension to Gateway, as well as a very congested morning on Corkscrew Road heading west to Ben Hill. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, good looking forecast, sunny and cool, very dry. Temperatures topping out in the 60s, 70s for the weekend, mainly dry and looking good. There's going to be a chance of rain late into your Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and we've got my friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And Dave, I got to tell you, the selection of floor coverings of Floor Meisters, unbelievable, fantastic. I've seen it myself, and the choices are there. But what we really want to talk about today is this Dreamweaver line of carpets. Talk about it.
I'll tell you what, Drew, this is the hottest thing since 5-buckle overshoes. We're just selling the heck out of it. Comes in 9 different patterns, 12 colors to a pattern. It has 8 warranties, and it even includes steps. The stain warranty will take care of wine, mud, and even pet accidents. So this is perfect for Jake.
Yeah, perfect for Jake, and perfect for me, and perfect for you, too. If you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, really owe it to yourself to visit their store, see their selection of Dreamweaver carpets. It's there at 6281 Naples Boulevard, next to Costco. And whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these 3 things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all 3, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all 3 questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, tag, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Larry in Fort Myers. Good morning, Larry.
Hey, good morning, Drew.
Hey, good morning. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question starts right now, sir. Why does the flag have 50 stars, Larry?
For the 50 states.
That is correct, sir. Just want to make sure, because sometimes it's a quick trick question for some people. I mean, 57 states, 50. We just got to get it right. All right. Let's see. Bachelor's degree on this question. Under which administration was Newt Gingrich Speaker of the House of Representatives from 1995 to 1999?
Bill Clinton.
That is correct, sir. All right. You got a bachelor's. Let's see if you get a master's degree on this question. Bill Clinton's vice president. Who was that guy for 2 terms?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Bill Clinton. And the other guy, the vice president, was...
Oh, Al Gore.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, he invented the internet. You know, that guy. Yeah. Inconvenient truth that we should all be underwater right now. We're not. We just keep moving the goalpost. It's good. All right, so you got a master's. We'll see if you get a PhD on this question. Which amendment is it that protects our right to bear arms? Which amendment is that?
That would be the Second Amendment.
You got that right. All right, congratulations. Great job, Larry. Good for you. You got yourself a PhD today on Drew's College. Certainly, as I like to say, the smartest person on your phone. I would agree with that wholeheartedly, and hopefully that's a good way to head into Christmas week with that confidence to get out and go shopping. I don't really know if that's true, but I'm just throwing that out there. Thank you, Larry.
Have a good day.
You do the same. Thank you to Larry and everybody who plays Drew's College each and every day at 7:50. And listen, how did you do? Let us know. You can text us 239-479-5592. Hope you got a PhD as well.
This is Daybreak.
92.5 Fox News.
And now a word from Dr. Johnston at 596 Back.
Across the country, there has been a major increase in the number of back and neck pain cases. Most researchers attribute it to a decrease in the amount of activity people have been getting. This leads to pinched or compressed spinal nerves. These same nerves go down into people's legs and arms. I've especially noticed this among those with stenosis, arthritis, or bulging herniated discs. This pain, weakness, or numbness should not be ignored. Action needs to be taken. If you suffer from one of these conditions, or even scoliosis or neuropathy, it's important to get your condition correctly diagnosed and treated. At Johnston Spinal Care, we treat these conditions non-surgically, without needles or medications, using spinal decompression, completely safe and painless. Call today for a no-charge telephone consultation or MRI review. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Happy holidays from Collier County Government. Collier County trash, recycling, and yard waste will not be collected on Christmas Day. The county landfill and the Immokalee transfer station are also closed on Friday, December 25th. If December 25th is your collection day, your solid waste collection service will resume on your next regularly scheduled collection day. The recycling drop-off centers will be closed on December 24th and December 25th. Reduce, reuse, and recycle throughout the holidays. Reuse or recycle cardboard boxes, holiday cards, and wrapping paper. And be sure to recycle or donate old electronics. When it's time to recycle the tree, residents with curbside collection may place trees at the curb on their yard waste collection day. Remove all decorations and cut trees over 6 feet in half. If you live in a condo or apartment, bring your tree to a Collier County recycling drop-off center for free disposal. For recycling drop-off locations, hours, and holiday recycling tips, visit colliercountyfl.gov/recycle or call 252-7575. Have a happy and safe holiday season. Remember, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Happy holidays.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. The Lee County School District now has a new plan with Lee Health to help protect students at nearby Fort Myers High School. Last week, the high school went on lockdown because a patient at Lee Health left there and made it inside one of the school's buildings. With the new plan, there will be an immediate notification if a patient escapes. If that happens, the school will be put on a lockout. They're also enhancing security measures around campus to protect students and staff. Lee Health now says it's going to get a vaccine after being left off the list yesterday. The hospital system says it came down to miscommunication. It says the vaccines will go to Gulf Coast Medical Center and Cape Coral hospitals next week. Those who work at other hospitals will have to go to those two to get it. Meantime, NCH says they'll get their vaccine early next week. They're not sure how many, but they'll start with hospital employees on the front lines of the pandemic. A Good Samaritan jumped into action to stop a robber in a busy store. Crime scene tape blocked off parts of a North Fort Myers Myers Publix. It happened at the store along Hancock Bridge Parkway near the corner of Orange Grove Boulevard. Deputies took a man into custody after they said he tried to force his way into the pharmacy. He was armed with a knife, but that Good Samaritan jumped in and stopped the guy. Deputies are investigating what happened. Another Good Samaritan was honored by his community last night. 21-year-old Trevor Smith was killed when he stopped to help after he saw a crash between a car and semi. But Trevor was hit and killed by another car. Yesterday, friends and family held a vigil to remember him. Trevor's father said he never imagined he'd have to bury a child. Friends said Trevor was a very selfless person throughout his life. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
The crash at Palm Beach Boulevard and Orange River Boulevard is slowing traffic heading eastbound getting off of I-75. Also northbound delays on Orange River. If you're in Fort Myers, there's a crash at Twin Palm Drive and McGregor Boulevard that is really backing up McGregor heading south of Colonial. A quick alternate, take Summerlin Road. It's fully up to speed. Also in Lehigh Acres and westbound delays on 23rd heading to Gunnery Road. We're very busy, of course, on the Daniels Extension to Gateway, as well as a very congested morning on Corkscrew Road heading west to Ben Hill. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Chilly start to your Friday morning. Temperatures in the 40s with a bit of a wind chill, but a very sunny, gorgeous, and cool Friday afternoon. Get out and enjoy it. Temperatures topping out 10 degrees below normal in the 60s. Another chilly one for Saturday, but we do rebound into the mid-70s. Sun, few passing clouds for the afternoon. And then most of Sunday is dry. However, late in the day, we do have a chance of rain all the way towards Monday morning. That's with a cold front. That's going to be bringing in some scattered rain. We dry out Tuesday, Wednesday, and then also watching another front and a chance of rain at this point for Christmas Eve. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential contractor in Southwest Florida. As a Naples native, my childhood is full of memories, from fishing the backwaters of the Everglades to helping my dad with home improvement projects. Today, I have the pleasure of watching my kids grow up, enjoying the same way of life. At CGU Homes, we understand building a home is more than drawings and budgets. It's about building lifelong memories for you and your family. I've been in the residential construction industry for over 20 years and have had the luxury of handpicking my team. When it comes to my team, I look for passion, innovation, and trustworthiness. You can trust CGU Homes to build with honesty and transparency through every step of the building process. So when you're ready to start a new chapter for your family, whether it's remodeling your existing home or building a brand new one, I invite you to see some of our past projects and learn more about us at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida, Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live each and every day on YouTube if you want to watch while they'll still let us be there. That's a whole other story. At Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. You can subscribe. You can go to Facebook, and at Drew Steele Radio there, Facebook.com/Drew Steele. Can't even say my name right now. Take it down. Drew Steele Radio. There you go. All right. Yeah, the other day, YouTube decided to delete one of my shows because they said it was, putting out information about the 2020 election that apparently they didn't find very comforting or factual in their case, which I find kind of humorous. So today's program I renamed just to kind of soften it up for everybody there at YouTube in case they get too excited because they see headlines and they're like, oh, the title of this program is, and they don't like the way it sounds. So Jake, would you do me a favor with the exuberance that only Jake can bring, Jake the Millennial? Could you tell everybody what the name of today's program is on YouTube so if they're watching, they're not confused?
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah, go.
Watch this furry little guy try to figure out what is going on in his world.
That's it. I'm just a furry little guy who wants to figure out what's going on in the world. That's it. That's very truthful. It's like hope and change. Listen, what does that mean? It means whatever you want it to mean. It's fine, right? I mean, if it's good enough for Barack Obama, then it's good enough for me. Yeah, that guy. All right. Let's see what's going on. We're going to get to some calls. Again, it's Friday, so I don't mind talking about whatever you would like to talk about. Mike Opelka, I believe, will join us at 8:35, so we'll have time to talk about the issues of the day and then take your calls. I'm more than happy to take them right now. Hopefully, you've got a lot of your shopping done. Not getting too crazy with the shopping, as long as it's not getting outrageous out there in some of the devices that you might find. I mean, it would be crazy, like if you went out shopping and you went to go buy a big device for the holidays or something, and you thought to yourself, well, as long as this thing, for example, keeps an eye on my health, those cool health bands, but isn't like condescending or anything like that. I mean, that would be crazy if something like that would do that. Oh, look at this. That's exactly what Amazon's Halo device does. Apparently, according to Zero Hedge, it tells you if you're condescending, opinionated, or fat. What? So Halo's Amazon's new AI health bracelet. It offers body composition analysis, tone of voice analysis, sleep and activity tracking. So in case you're wondering whether or not Amazon or anybody else in big tech could be even more intrusive in your world, you're getting ready to buy a device that is going to tell you that, hey, your tone of voice is just, you got to calm down. You're a little too condescending. What? The Washington Post, of all places, did a review of this device. The Washington Post. So you can imagine where they're going, right? These are, big tech, shut down free speech lovers there at the Washington. They don't have a problem as long as it's their truth, not the truth. They go along with the Democrat mantra. And they admit that Halo is, quote, the most invasive tech we've ever tested. The person that wrote this said, hope our tone is clear here. We don't need this kind of criticism from a computer. The Halo collects the most intimate information we've seen from a consumer health gadget and makes the absolute least use of it. This wearable is much better at helping Amazon gather data than at helping you get getting healthy and happy. That's okay. Jeff Bezos, doesn't he own the Washington Post? I don't know. I digress. But yeah, supposedly with this device, you have to take a picture of you as scantily clad as possible so it can see what you look like. And then you got your skin temperature and your sleep rate and your heart rate and your physical activity. And it does all of these things and then decides if you're talking to somebody, apparently, whether or not you're being condescending or opinionated. Like, you need to calm down. Like, this is the future, everybody. It's bad enough that for years we gave Facebook all of our information willingly and freely. Pictures of our kids, pictures of our pets, all kinds of information that we thought was just going to somebody we haven't seen from college in a long, long time, that we freely gave all that information. And, you know, things like, hey, I'm going on vacation. I cannot wait to go on a week's vacation, and I'm going to be in Stog, and this is going to be the most amazing thing. And, oh, by the way, I live in, like... And now, basically, this Halo from Amazon's like, hold my beer. And there they go. And now, so these scantily clad pictures go up to a cloud, the cloud for analysis. And I'm not suggesting that it might check and ask, hey, how much cake did you have for your birthday? Or how much food did you decide to eat this holiday? Oh, how about how close you were to others? Were you wearing a mask? Because the Fauci says we got to cancel Christmas, although the evidence to that would be scant that we should be doing that. I wonder if I could play that audio from yesterday from Jennifer Cabrera, who was with us from the Alachua Chronicle, who does amazing work on Twitter following all things COVID. And not only were we talking about vaccines and some of the things that are going on with the vaccines that I guess the vice president is taking as we speak, or is getting ready to take, the issues that people are asking about the vaccines, but not only that, there were some other issues. I'm trying to see if this is the clip.
Sure. So there are two basic...
there it is. Yes. Okay, good. So we were having a conversation about not only the vaccine, and I'll get to that in just a second. Actually, I'll get to that right now. We were talking about the efficacy of the vaccine because somebody said to me, 94% efficacy, 94% effective. And we're just like, and somebody said to me about, of what? Like, effective against what? Against the virus? And so in other words, you get the vaccine and it's 94% effective against you getting it. Against what specifically? I'm assuming that's what it means. And Jennifer Cabrera says...
Well, it's hard to know because remember the vaccines, a failure of the vaccine was not just a positive test, which if I get a positive test, if you get a positive test, we're a case. We get contact traced, we get quarantined, right? We are assumed to have it if we get a positive test. In the vaccine trials, you had to have a positive test and either one or two symptoms, depending on the trial. So just a positive test did not indicate a failure in the trial, which it would indicate a failure for me. They would tell me I didn't wear my mask and it was my fault, right? Right. Anyway, so the thing is, the other two things that they did not measure was, does it reduce hospitalizations and does it reduce deaths? Do you know why they did not measure that? Because those events, in the words of the report, are so rare.
And wait, what?
They literally couldn't measure whether the vaccine reduced hospitalizations and deaths because in the population they vaccinated, which was to mainly healthy young people, whatever, hospitalizations and deaths were so rare that they could not get any statistical information from it. So we are taking a vaccine that the whole point of this is that in young, healthy people, anyone under 50 or 60, and, draw your line wherever you want, hospitalizations and deaths are so rare from this that they can't even measure it in a vaccine trial, but we're shutting down society.
Yeah, that's Jennifer Cabrera from the Alachua Chronicle. You can follow her on Parler at Jennifer Cabrera. And again, if you're getting mad that I'm playing this, if you're getting mad that I'm saying this, if you're getting mad that I'm talking about this, why? I mean, is what she's saying truthful? Is it right? Is the evidence there? Does it say it in the report, what she's describing? Because if it does, and it is, then sorry. It's okay to question the vaccine. It's okay to question what we're doing with policy. It's okay to question what's going on with coronavirus. It's okay to question some of the reporting that is out there about the concerns of opioid use and the increase of it. Overdose deaths accelerated as the pandemic hit, according to the CDC. We trust the CDC, right? Are we supposed to trust them, or do we not trust them? We have to make up our minds, because they're reporting that based on provisional data, over 81,000 drug overdose deaths occurred in the U.S. in the 12 months ending in May 2020. We don't bring that up. We don't bring up what's going on with people, the concerns that they have about this virus, the kids not being able to go to school, the stress and the pressure of what they've had to deal with, and businesses closing down. And hey, listen, got to get that vaccine, because if everybody gets the vaccine, we don't have to mask up or social distance anymore. Oh, that's right. We still have to. So there's just questions. I'm just asking. Remember with the testing, and we talked about PCR testing and the viability of the testing. I wanted to ask her about that, because we're constantly hearing about cases going up. And Jennifer Cabrera says,
sure. So there are two basic tests that you take. And in Florida, you're very likely to take this, what's called antigen test. It's the rapid test. And we're not talking about that one. That one has its own issues, but they're not the same as the PCR issues, which are much more serious. The second test, which is the one where they stick the nasal swab way up your nasal cavity that we've been doing from the beginning. These were what it does is it takes whatever viral material that ends up on that swab, and it doubles it 40 times. And what that means is that at the end you have 1 trillion times as much material as you did when you started. And so then they measure that all along the way, and at every cycle they measure it to see whether it surpasses a limit of detection. Have you got enough viral material here to be sick, or whatever their arbitrary threshold is. And what scientists have known forever is that if it turns positive before cycle 30, 32, somewhere in there, you probably are infectious. The virus that has been grown, or if you take the virus off of that swab and you try to grow it in a culture dish, it will grow. It's viable. It's infectious. Okay. Over 32 cycles, it's very unlikely that you're infectious. We are running it to 40. 40, by the way, is 1,000 times more material than 35 cycles. So we're going 1,000 times past where you could reasonably say somebody's infected, and we're calling it a positive test. This was done just to make sure that we caught caught everybody who might have it, right?
Okay. Hope that explains a little bit of it. It's confusing, to say the least, but let's just say that according to many in the statistics and what you hear, how the cases run and how reliable they are, we can ask. We've got questions. We have questions, like Tucker Carlson said last night when there were reports out of Colorado that included in some of the reporting that was going on with deaths, cases there of COVID. They also included 2 out of 5, I think, had gunshot wounds, but they left that information conveniently out of the report. Why do we do that? So there's some questions. I don't mind asking. And again, the state of Florida is doing a fantastic job as compared to certainly the other states, which we're told Florida is the worst. But as many have reported, even in the Federalist, Christopher Bedford was talking about Florida's open, New York's closed, the weaponization of COVID. Is that what this is? Florida, 20,000 people have died from COVID-19. In Texas, the number stands around 24,000. New York, it's about 35,000. New York's the smallest of the three with 19.54 million residents. Then comes Florida with 21.6 million, before Texas with 28.7 million residents. That's the way he opens up this article. Despite larger populations, currently freer peoples, and a media narrative that screams otherwise, there are far, far fewer deaths in Texas and in Florida than in New York, but you don't get to hear that. Because there's a lot of media outlets, including some local ones, that would have you believe it's quite the opposite. Because, there's that pesky little thing called an election coming up in 2022, and anything we can do to ding the governor is a good thing, according to some. Again, there's nothing wrong with questioning. Nothing wrong with asking questions. All right. 239-479-5592. By the way, how is your Christmas shopping going? I asked Jake yesterday on this Jake Day, have you done any better, Jake? Have you stepped up your shopping game? Have you done anything at all for Christmas?
I got some cookies.
Got some cookies. All right. The cool ones in the tin, right?
No, they were just some.
No, you got, listen, I'm going to help you out right now on a Christmas gift or something for yourself. You ready?
Yeah.
Danish butter cookies. Just do it. Just get the tin, get the Danish butter cookies. You'll thank me later. You gotta have them. Cookies. That and a Svuljadel. That's a whole. You're gonna have to search for the Svuljadel, but the Danish butter cookies you can get. Look, as long as we're not hearing crazy things about counterfeit Viagra, we're fine, right? I mean, it's a. Hey, this just in. If you're shopping for headphones and purses and shoes. Apparently, if they're coming from China, $32 million of that seized by Customs and Border Patrol and counterfeit Viagra. They're counterfeiting. They counterfeit Viagra now. That's not new? Is that just me? But I guess that just happened. They picked up all kinds of stuff at the seaport, Long Beach Seaport in California. Headphones, shoes, purses. And counterfeit Viagra. Does that mean like if you take it, like, nothing happens? That would be rough. I have no idea. Oh, look at the time. We got to take a break. Let's do that now. Wow. Okay. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
Sometimes you want to get things done fast. There's a lot of things in your life you would like to happen in a hurry. How about getting that water that's coming out of your faucet fixed? Have great tasting water instead of water that tastes bad like chlorine or chemicals. You thought about what it's doing to your skin or hair? Well, you hear me talk about Pelican Water, Pelican now Pentair Water Solutions. You can take care of your home's water today by calling Max. Make the call. Thousands of people already have done this. Make the call today. You're going to love the way your water tastes from every faucet with your new Pentair water treatment system. And there's a big difference when it comes to Pentair water specialists, trained, Pentair certified, uniform, local experts like Max. He's awesome. They use state-of-the-art Pentair water tests so you can see what's in your water right there on the spot. The mobile showroom, you'll have a wider range of options to see in front of you, and they can maintain your system for you with their white glove service. Look, get it done now. Get it done fast. Call now for your free Pentair water test and save 15% on your whole home water system. Here's the number, 239-880-7799. That's 239-880-7799, or book online at PelicanWestFL.com.
Has the little blue pill let you down? Our expert medical staff at MyMen'sClinic.com can and will help. Guys, if you're suffering from ED, we can fix it. Even if you have tried Viagra and other drugs and they've failed you, we will help. Studies have shown that we offer the most effective non-surgical treatments for ED, even if you have other medical conditions. They're generally no problem. We know that hearing "we can try again next weekend" is tough. When what you want to hear is wow. We at MyMen'sClinic.com have helped thousands of men just like you, thousands more nationally. We can make one simple guarantee, and we do. See our licensed medical staff. If we can't show you positive results during that first appointment, that appointment is free. Guys, let's get the wow back in the bedroom. Guys, let's book online at MyMen'sClinic.com or call 239-307-0125. That's 239-307-0125. Again, MyMen'sClinic.com.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. How can I make the most of waiting for my next big vacation?
Translate your questions into goals by investing with Merrill Edge Self-Directed. It's more accessible than you think, with helpful planning tools plus free online stock and ETF trades, so you can keep practicing your pronunciation. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Other fees may apply. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
At home with Robert, retired burglar and family man.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, SimpliSafe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 35% off the new system and a free camera at simplisafe.com/holiday. That's 35% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. SimpliSafe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplisafe.com/holiday for 35% off and a free camera today.
We've been waiting for COVID-19 vaccines to be developed. Now, waiting for them to get to us. But you can do more than wait. You have powerful ways to help slow the spread right now and protect your family and loved ones too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. It's risky to be indoors with them too. And of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports masks protect the people who wear them and folks around them. And wash your hands using soap and water for 20 seconds. And do it frequently. Vaccines won't make COVID go away overnight, but they give us a real chance to finally overcome it. As long as we keep watching our distance, wearing our masks, and washing our hands.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
Duncan's Diamonds invites you to our greatest Christmas sale ever. With Christmas just around the corner, everything in the entire store is specially priced right now with tremendous savings. Christmas will be here before you know it. So now's the time to buy everything from diamonds to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. People come from all over because we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere. It's definitely worth the drive to Duncan's Diamonds. Save during this huge Christmas sale. Duncan's Diamonds for the best prices on diamonds and fine jewelry. We work very hard to make you happy because we believe in love. Come see us.
Duncan's Diamonds. US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Governor Ron DeSantis says more people in long-term care facilities will get vaccinated ahead of schedule. He tweeted Walgreens will start their mission to vaccinate staff in those inside nursing homes today in Jacksonville. He says that's 3 days ahead of schedule. Making sure our beaches are clear of dead fish as red tide conditions get worse. The Sanibel Public Works Department's picking up dead fish along the beaches. City officials say property owners and managers can remove dead fish on their respective properties. Meanwhile, on Barefoot Beach and Vanderbilt Beach, beachgoers say they started getting a little tickle in their throat and they were coughing. A Good Samaritan jumped into action to stop a robber in a busy store. Crime scene tape blocked off parts of a North Fort Myers Publix. It happened at the store along Hancock Bridge Parkway near the corner of Orange Grove Boulevard. Deputies took a man into custody after they said he tried to force his way into the pharmacy. He was armed with a knife, but that Good Samaritan jumped in and stopped the guy. Deputies are investigating what happened. Another Good Samaritan was honored by his community last night. 21-year-old Trevor Smith was killed when he stopped to help after he saw a crash between a car and semi. But Trevor was hit and killed by another car. Yesterday, friends and family held a vigil to remember him. Trevor's father said he never imagined he'd have to bury a child. Friends said Trevor was a very selfless person throughout his life. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
The crash at Palm Beach Boulevard and Orange River Boulevard is slowing traffic heading eastbound getting off of I-75. Also northbound delays on Orange River. If you're in Fort Myers, there's a crash at Twin Palm Drive and McGregor Boulevard that is really backing up McGregor heading south of Colonial. A quick alternate, take Summerlin Road. It's fully up to speed. Also in Lehigh Acres and westbound delays on 23rd heading to Gunnery Road. We're very busy, of course, on the Daniels extension to Gateway, as well as a very congested morning on Corkscrew Road heading west to Ben Hill. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Chilly start to your Friday morning. Temperatures in the 40s with a bit of a wind chill, but a very sunny, gorgeous, and cool Friday afternoon. Get out and enjoy it. Temperatures topping out 10 degrees below normal in the 60s. Another chilly one for Saturday, but we do rebound into the mid-70s. Sun, few passing clouds for the afternoon. And then most of Sunday is dry. However, late in the day, we do have a chance of rain all the way towards Monday morning. That's with a cold front. That's going to be bringing in some scattered rain. We dry out Tuesday, Wednesday, and then also watching another front and a chance of rain at this point for Christmas Eve. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel like you're the forgotten person in this great country, working hard all your life and contributing to this country's greatness, but taken for granted by our politicians' quest for voters? Using their slogan, more taxes will set you free. At Stevie's, you are not forgotten. We love our customers and never want them to feel forgotten. We deliver the value you deserve with our food, service, and pricing. Making our customers feel special is our happiness. As the owner of Stevie Tomatoes, we cater to the forgotten person. Those of you who go about every day doing what it takes for them and their family while contributing to this country's greatness, its culture and values. I personally invite you to allow us to be a small part of what makes you feel special, and we promise to obtain your complete satisfaction. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
No matter what the holidays look like this year, give your family a gift of fun and memories with a new RV from La Mesa RV. From sporty Mercedes-powered motorhomes to luxury diesel pushers, there's an RV for every budget and lifestyle. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. Plus, every RV is holiday priced. Let your holiday adventure begin at La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers or LaMesaRV.com.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit MoranWM.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. I would love for you to get ready to call because we'd love to take your calls and do the thing today with Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com, who I'm going to get right to because, you know, it's the Friday before Christmas and all through the house. If Mike Opelka is stirring, then he's on with us right now and I don't want to miss it. So that's it. That's what I got.
Then he's probably soused.
That's probably it, You saw that survey that shows 50% of people are drinking while working from home, right? Did anybody else just let out a collective duh?
Yeah, right. Especially if you're working from home. Yeah. There's a lot of truth there. By the way, I know you don't know this, so I'm going to inform you of something that I don't think you're aware of because I don't think I told you this, that I got a message yesterday from YouTube letting me know that they deleted one of my programs from this week because I'm passing out false information. They flagged me and they deleted one of my shows. So I thought to kind of smooth things over a little bit, I would change at least the title of today's program to maybe calm them down in case they were excited about some of the headlines that were there. The title of the program, maybe that was freaking them out. So I changed today's show. If you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on YouTube, you'll notice the title of today's show is Watch This Cute Furry Little Guy Try to Figure Out What's Going On in His World. And so there's some truth to that.
I take exception to the term cute.
Okay, well.
I think that's fake news. I think, you're on the line. Here's my question for the YouTubers and the digital overlords. Are you going to now go back and sweep out all the 9/11 conspiracy theorists, all the JFK conspiracy theorists, all the Rosie O'Donnell crazy conspiracy theorists, Tom Arnold talking about the PP tape?
Yeah.
Are all of those going to be expunged? Because if you go for one, you must go for all.
No, they're cool with those. That's fine. It's just us. That's all it is. Me.
You're probably right.
Yeah, that's all.
I get it.
Hey, so a couple of things that I've been tracking this morning. One of which we can start right now with Joe Biden and that hard-hitting interview with Stephen Colbert. Because if you're going to someone who's going to get down to the truth and the facts, there's nothing like making someone out to be a victim than Joe Biden sitting with Stephen Colbert. It was kind of, I don't want to say embarrassing, but that's a good word for it. What was your take on it?
Well, I think Joe's right.
About what?
This.
He is the smartest man I know. I mean, in pure intellectual capacity.
I'm sorry that was so loud.
Yeah.
It's this.
He is the smartest man I know. I mean, in pure intellectual capacity.
When he talks about Hunter and says he's the smartest man I know in terms of pure intellectual capacity, sure, he was in the White House for 8 years. Sure, he was a heartbeat away from a guy who's probably thinking he's the smartest man any of us know in terms of Barack Obama.
Yeah.
But we have to remember, it's Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. He's forgotten everything since before Monday.
Yeah, well, there's that.
So that Hunter is the smartest guy he knows intellectually.
Oh, yeah, and then when he tells Stephen Colbert,
and as long as he's good, we're good.
We're good. As long as he's good, we're good. Everybody's good. You're good. I'm good. We're good. Everybody's good. He's good. Hunter's good. We're the victims here. We're good. I'm good. He's good. Everybody's good. So there's nothing to see here.
I'm good. You're good. I'm good.
We're good.
Sure, I'm good. Yeah, we're good. Everybody's good. Hey, it's America. We're good.
We're good.
That's the new slogan. The United States of America. We're good. You good?
Good. I don't know that the one thing that we all know is that the Stephen Colbert interview is just going to be like every other interview that's coming up with Joe Biden, which is going to be a lot of softballs, no pressure, no digging in. I didn't think that it would be like Joe and Hunter are the victims here. I didn't think that that's the approach that they would take.
Stop it. You need to stop it right now. You're going to get banned from YouTube.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
It was not softball. It was T-ball, for God's sake.
Okay.
It was not even close to softball.
That's true.
Joey, I can hear him using the campaign speech. Joey, we're going to put the ball on this tee right here.
It doesn't move.
You take as many swings as you need.
And if you hit the pole and you completely miss the ball, that's a hit, buddy. That's a hit.
And this nice lady named Jill, who wears a mask around you, will escort you to the base. The one over there on the right, not the one on the left.
Yeah. Well,
because he wants to go left.
Yeah, well, she's a doctor. Typically, that's what you do. You have your doctor escort you when you're that age to get to.
I forgot. You're supposed to address me as Dr. Opelka now. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I had no idea. You're supposed to address me as president-elect, so we both missed each other.
Except I'm a doctor.
Are you a doctor in what?
I have a doctorate of divinity from the Universal Life Church.
239-479-5592. Anytime you want to call. Is that true?
That's true.
Oh.
I studied the Universal Life Church in Modesto, California in the late 80s. I made an internet love donation of $75 and I received legal ministerial credentials which allow me to marry people in like 43 states. And the only things I really can't do are things I don't want to do. I can't do a bris, and why would you? And I can't do an exorcism. So everything else, I've married 3 couples on the radio. So yes, I'm a doctor. I have a placard I can put in the front window of my car that says clergy too. So there.
Wow, I'm impressed. Said someone who's listening right now.
I'm laughing. Really sure I'm impressed. He says laughing. By the way,
yeah.
If you want to call me doctor, you can. It's a complete mockery. But the church is called the First Church of the Second Chance.
Is that right?
Yeah, because everyone deserves
a second chance.
Amen, brother.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense. Yeah, listen, and so does Hunter Biden. If we're going to be honest, he deserves a second chance. Although we want to know about the first chances first. We'd like to get the information out.
Wait a minute.
What?
He's on like his 11th chance.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That is true. Let me just play one more clip of this and then we can move on because I thought this was so funny. So they're talking about Hunter Biden, and of course, Hunter's the victim, and Joe's the victim, and Stephen Colbert wants to chime in.
As a father, I understand that, and I admire that. But I mean,
that he cares about his son, and he's the smartest man, and all of that, and okay.
In terms of your job as president, can you reach across the aisle to people who will be using this as an attack on you when it is such a personal attack because it's about family?
But if it benefits the country, yes, I really mean it, because we know who we are.
You're a better man than I. I'm not sure if I could do that.
Don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean I'm not angry. It doesn't mean I wasn't angry, and it doesn't mean if I were back in the days in high school, I wouldn't say, come here, and go around. But
you have to take the high road.
But why does everything go back to a high school schoolyard fist fight with this guy?
Thank goodness the doctor's sitting next to him because she's like, well, we're going to take the high road.
Nurse Ratchet, come in. Medication time.
Oh,
medication
my gosh.
time.
I'm
All
sorry.
Residents to the day room, please.
Listen, there's going to be a lot of... let's move on. I don't even want to talk about Joe Biden anymore and Hunter Biden. Unless there's some other things you want to dig into. As far as that's concerned.
Just the fact that just leave it at a guy who impregnated a stripper, denied he was the father, didn't pay taxes on at least $400,000 in income, had a problem with the drugs that got him kicked out of the military, and was cavorting with the widow of his brother. That's the smartest guy you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just putting it out there. If we're just going to play facts here.
Yeah.
But I'm good. You good, Drew?
I'm good. He's good. Everybody's good.
Because...
okay, stop. He's good. I'm good. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah, good. I'm good. Everybody's good.
We're good.
He's good. Okay. Let's see. What else? Some of the other things that are going on. Oh, okay. Just passing time. I noticed this article in the New York Post. You might like this. Bill de Blasio says his New York City budget plan hinges on the Georgia Senate race. You know why? Would you like to take a guess why? Can I read the first paragraph?
Can we just dip him in really hot oil right now? Is that too much to ask? I'm not talking burning. It's just hot enough to make him uncomfortable. He's such a despicable man. Why? What reason could he possibly require?
Here we go. Mayor Bill de Blasio conceded Thursday he's literally banking his next budget on a federal aid package that's only likely to pass if Democrats run the table and come up with 2 big wins in Georgia, and won't start plotting a plan B to close the projected $3.8 billion deficit until those races are decided. In other words, everybody, Bill de Blasio is admitting that he wants cash from the federal government to bail out his horrific policies, and he's banking on Georgia and the 2 Democrats that will get those seats to help him do it. They don't even hide it anymore, Mike. They're not even hiding what they're doing. They're just putting it out there.
Yeah, and this is that whole argument that Pelosi and Schumer put forward, that they demanded this money to bail out New York and California and Illinois and other badly managed states. But the other angle on this, did you see, I hate to go back to Biden, yesterday he put out a 1-minute video saying that he needed those two senators in his column in order to make his COVID case. So he said, you know, if we get those two senators, then on my first day, I'll make a sweeping order that will fix the COVID. And I'm thinking, are we supposed to just not vaccinate people for the next 32 days or whatever it is? So all those people that might die from that, do they realize how transparent they are?
Yeah, I think they do.
Seeing all of this, I don't think they do. I think
no. So here, and this is why another part of why I think they're transparent. And of all places, get this, of all places, the Washington Post with an article yesterday, John Roberts' self-defeating attempt to make the court appear non-political. I was like, okay, I'm in. Let's hear what they have to say. In a number of important cases in recent years, observers of both left and right have concluded that Roberts has engaged in strategic maneuvering. His goal appears to be to preserve what he takes to be the legitimacy of the Supreme Court by disproving any suspicion that the justices vote ideologically or otherwise engage in political behavior. Yet, because it's so clear that he's crafting opinions with that in mind, he ends up defeating his own aims. So what they're saying is he's trying to make them look like they're non-political, that that's not what they're doing. And yet when Barack Obama and others put pressure on him about Obamacare and all the other cases that are going on, and they go through a litany of cases that this happened, in his attempt to try to make it look like they're non-political, he sides with the left and becomes completely political. Like he's absolutely done this. And that's the problem. Did you hear that audio? The Texas congressman, who was it? Is that who it was? Who was talking about John Roberts? I didn't even play it because it's kind of weird, about John Roberts and the fact that there was some screaming behind a wall about the fact that, listen, I don't want to cause riots, so we're not going to take this case on, the Texas case. Did you hear that audio?
I haven't heard the audio. I've seen the transcript that is floating around Facebook, and I doubted it, because it's Facebook. So I did hear some real weird audio, if I can kind of switch gears.
I wish you would.
Okay, Democrat Joe Cunningham is not coming back. He got the big L slapped on him on November 3rd.
Yeah.
So he took to the floor of the House yesterday to say this.
We have to sit down and listen to each other and maybe even have a beer. In the spirit of the bipartisanship and cooperation, I raise this glass to my colleagues, both Democrats and Republicans.
He opened a beer. He pulled a beer out of his coat pocket and opened a beer on the House floor. I said that's the most honest thing that happened in Congress this year, I think.
Yeah, it could very well be. Oh, man. Mike Opelka, by the way, joining us. pureopelka.com is the website. Go ahead.
I was going to say, there was one other magic moment yesterday. You know I'm a big fan of Congressman Thomas Massie. A lot of people still mad at him because he kind of pulls back the curtain on both sides when the Congress refuses to get stuff done and they play party politics too much. But he's an MIT grad, first in his family to go to college. The guy's a freaking genius. He's got a kid at MIT. And last night, I don't know if you watched it, but his kid is on the BattleBots team at MIT, and their bot was on, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who's got it on DVR, their BattleBot was on screen last night in a battle. And I think it's pretty darn cool to see a congressional kid at MIT with this absolutely wicked BattleBot.
Wow. All right. I like that. And I'll leave us with this because it's Christmas time. We got a week to go. It's the holiday season. People are trying to get away for a little bit from the politics and start realizing this season and Santa. And how about Governor Whitmer of Michigan, who brought in Santa to visit with the kids?
Thank you for joining us. I'm Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and I'm really excited to be here with all of you. And I also know someone who's been really following the rules and making sure that he stays safe and the elves stay safe. And so my special guest is Santa Claus.
Hello, boys and girls. How?
It's a Zoom meeting with the kids, and there's Santa, and Santa's talking to the kids about, what they care about for Christmas.
How are you?
Does anyone have a question for Santa Claus?
Of course, like Susie wants a doll, so Jimmy wants a wagon, all of this stuff. So what's your questions, right?
Santa, do you have to wear a mask?
When I'm in my workshop with all my elves, we all are masked up in social distancing.
Now,
I love that the kid asked that, but I wished one of the kids, Santa, can we get the damn restaurants open? Can you do something about this idiot we got as governor?
All the kids asked the same question. Do the elves wear a mask? And meanwhile, Santa's not wearing a mask, of course, because it's just that it had to be that way. The kids don't care about anything else. All they cared about was masking up. When's the virus going away? No dolls, no nothing. They're just like, hey, how the elves doing? Are they okay? Did they got the vid? Is everything all right over there?
I don't know. It hasn't crossed from humans to elves yet. They're protected.
We don't know that for sure.
Well, we don't. I don't want to spread false data. But there is something I posted on the Facebooks this morning. It's a video out of Rome, New York, a tiny town in upstate New York, where a 10-year-old boy wrote a letter to Santa saying, I really don't need a toy if my dad could get help getting a car. You know where this is going.
Yeah.
They showed up with the fire truck with Santa. A local Honda dealer took care of Dad. And the cops bought this kid the most badass video game hookup he could have. Great story.
That's what I like to hear. That's how we're going to end this program. Listen, I said this earlier, and I'll say it again because it's true. This is not fake news. We have individually so many blessings, so many things to have to think about when it comes to the good things that are going on in our world. If we just take the time to focus, we are blessed in many ways, and sometimes we ignore those blessings because we're too overwhelmed by a lot of other things that are going on. There are things in your life, I'm sure, that you can have gratitude about, and they may be somebody who's sitting on your lap right now or looking out the door. I see my son outside, and we know that. And we've got to take the time this week to focus on those things. We really, really, really do. I mean, there's news that's not going to go away. And yeah, you can keep it in your mind and peek here and there, but don't lose focus on the blessings that we have, not only in this country, but even in our own sphere, in our own families, and personally for each one of us, we do. And I am grateful to have you as a friend, Michael Pelka.
He is the smartest man I know. I mean, in pure intellectual capacity.
I agree with Joe Biden and his assessment of you.
Well, thank you for that.
We're good.
We're good.
I love you, brother.
I love you back. All right. There he goes, Michael Pelka, PuroPelka.com.
We're good.
You'll be hearing him next week. All right. What? Did I say that?
Oh, yeah. I'll be back.
You'll be back. Did you forget about that? You're like Arnold.
50% of us are drinking at home.
Hey, thanks for focusing on that for the moment.
Thank you.
I hear my wife kicking up the Vitamix while I'm on the air. What is she doing? I'm still on the radio.
It's Margarita.
Hey!
It's the morning Margarita.
I'm
Go ahead,
still on
enjoy.
the air.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Mel's Diner makes your holiday meals easy.
We're bringing back good times and great food.